From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, I hope everyone had a great Easter. Today, of course, is April Fool's Day. However, given how complex our schedule is already, I won't play any jokes or do anything to confuse folks further. Today, of course, we're doing the last episode of Let George Do It we have with Bob Bailey. And I do want to say before we get started that today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Now it's time for The Stand-In.
Personal notice. Danger's my stock in trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you've got a job for me, George Valentine. Write full details. Standard Oil Company of California invites you to Let George Do It. Before we begin tonight's adventure of George Valentine, here's a reminder that for top all-round performance from your car, the gasoline to buy is Chevron Supreme. A balanced blend of all 8 high-performance qualities, Chevron Supreme is designed and refined to give peak performance under all driving conditions. Quick starting, fast warm-up, smooth acceleration, anti-knock, vapor lock prevention, economy mileage, full power, and area blending. They're all yours in every gallon of Chevron Supreme. Try them in your car. Get a tank full of Chevron Supreme gasoline at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car. And now, tonight's story, The Stand-In, a transcribed adventure of George Valentine. Not a single letter, Brooksy? You sure? Not a single desperate phone call?
Nope.
I see. Then why this nocturnal visit back to the office?
To have one last look at these beautiful, beautiful figures in the ledger.
Huh?
No clients, and nothing terrible happens. All bills are paid, and there's a balance in the bank. Why, darling, this is a milestone.
I see.
You're a solid, solvent businessman, a captain of industry, a mogul.
So that's the reason for the celebration dinner tonight, huh?
Of course.
Hey, tell me, did you enjoy your dinner, Angel?
Who wouldn't?
I didn't.
All that wonderful food.
Did you notice the way that guy kept staring at us in the restaurant?
Oh, well, these days when you saunter in and order a double steak, it calls for a double take, even from the waiter.
I wasn't talking about the waiter.
Huh?
I mean that husky young fellow at the corner table. He was staring at us all through dinner.
Why, George, you're jealous.
I was just wondering.
Well, I'd certainly be disappointed if at least one man didn't look twice. This green slinky number I'm wearing is something new.
Well, this gray droopy number I'm wearing is something old, and the gentleman kept looking at me.
Darn these long skirts.
Okay, let's forget it. Hey, Brooksy, come here.
Yes?
Well, at the risk of being serious, there's something I want to tell you. I could never have become a mogul junior grade if it weren't for you.
I can tell you how to become a mogul senior grade.
Yeah, nice moon out tonight, huh?
Come on, take a look. It's for free.
Oh, yes. It is beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
Up there, over the building. Not down the street, dear.
I know it. Look, next to the other building, there's our friend again.
Friend?
Yeah, from the restaurant. You know, I'm sure of it now. He's been dogging my heels all day.
Are you serious? Why?
Search me, but I'm going to find out right now. Look, Brooksy, you stay here in the office a few minutes with the lights on. He'll think I'm still here. I'll get down and surprise him, find out what he wants.
George, are you sure that you ought to go?
Brooksy, didn't your mother warn you against strange men following you?
Well,
I'll go out the side door, through the alley, and then meet you in front.
George, you can't just walk up to a stranger and say, look, Bud, just who do you think you're following?
Why, I never say that, Brooksy. That wouldn't be right.
No, of course not.
No, I'll say, look, Bud, just whom do you think you're following?
Well, looks like Mr. Valentine got himself lost, Miss Brooks.
I'm worried, Henry. He said he'd meet me out here in front in a few minutes.
Oh, he can take care of himself, Mr. Valentine can. Well, if I see him inside when I'm making my rounds of the building, I'll tell him you're waiting.
Oh, thanks, Henry. Well, I'm going to have a look for myself, even if it means skulking down dark alleys. Never a dull moment. Now what? George?
Oh.
George! You're hurt, oh, darling. What happened?
Oh,
it's going to be all right. I'll get a cab and get you to a doctor, and I'll be right back. Right here, driver. In the alley. You'll have to help me with him.
Yeah, sure, miss. What's the matter? Isn't he feeling good?
Oh, he's fine, except somebody hit him on the head and left him right here. Here. Well, he was here.
Yeah.
Well, he was. Propped up against this ash can.
I know. Look, miss, are you sure you're all right?
Are you implying that I'm not... Wait. That car. George was right here, and there was a stranger over there, and now that car. So don't you see?
Oh, definitely.
Oh.
Please, lady, I'm too old to play cops and robbers. Just what are you going to do now?
That's a good question. I wish I knew the answer.
Oh, brother.
Hello there.
Oh. Hello. Oh.
I can see being married to you is going to be delightfully exciting.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be an old worrywart, but just where am I?
You're home, Paul.
Paul? Look, am I sitting on somebody's lap?
I'm really too lucky. I was perfectly willing to marry you just for your money.
Money? My, how news gets around.
But you also have a sense of humor. And you're beautiful.
Oh, well, yeah, I may be kind of pretty, but... Oh, no, wait a minute. Let's stop this. Oh, my head.
Mm-hmm. You know, you're really too big a boy to be getting into brawls. And the moment you got off the boat, too.
What boat?
The boat from Australia, silly.
Oh, let's start from the beginning, huh? Uh-oh. All this is much too luxurious for a padded cell. And you're much too, well, anyway, to be a nurse.
Thank you, Paul.
And so I draw the rather doubtful conclusion that I am sane and just don't know who I'm supposed to be. Now, just between us, gorgeous, who am I?
You love to play games, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you're Paul Gibson, the man I've decided to marry. How does the idea of marrying me strike you, Paul?
Right between the eyes. What did you say your name was?
Gloria. Gloria Bradley.
Oh, that's nice to know. I may want to introduce you to friends. Gloria, just when did you decide to make me the happiest boy in the world? And why?
Well, it was the simplest thing to do. And you have to admit it's logical.
Yeah, that's what I like. Logic. Cold, uncompromising logic.
When Father died and left the whole fortune to you, naturally the rest of the family was fit to be tied.
Oh, yes, I can imagine.
My stepmother and my brother Ted were all for putting a violent end to your young life. But I thought it would be easier if I just married you. And we shared all that beautiful money. You and I. You see, I'm not greedy.
Now, look, fun is fun, but I'm not in any...
I know. You're in no condition to talk about it now.
Look, how did I get in here anyway?
Well, you were nursing your poor battered head at our front door at 4 this morning. I draped you on the couch here in the drawing room so you could sleep it off.
Thanks.
The others are still upstairs sleeping. But I sneaked down early so I could be the first to talk to you. Your friend is in the kitchen getting some coffee.
Friend? And I suppose he came from Australia with me. Carried me in his pouch?
No, he said he met you at the boat. His name is George Valentine.
Oh, brother. Well, wait, Gloria. I don't mind you wanting to marry me. I'm greatly flattered. I don't even mind sharing my fortune with you. But please don't tell me I'm in the kitchen drinking coffee.
What? Oh, you poor boy, your head. You're really the one who needs coffee.
Yeah, you've got something there. And I'd better hurry in the kitchen before I drink it all up.
Oh, wait, Paul. Don't you want me to go with you?
No, I'll find it myself. I want to talk to this George Valentine. Alone. Sorry, I just couldn't hold myself back. Now get up.
That's a nice light cross you have there, mister.
Well, that's the scalp treatment. Now we start off even.
Fair enough.
What's the idea of following me all day yesterday, and what am I doing here?
Well, you know, I almost slipped up, letting that girl get down and talk to you first this morning. Might have spoiled the whole show. But you didn't. I was listening at the door.
Come on, let's have it. What's the deal here?
Do you? Oh, I see. Well, will you take $100?
For what?
For me being you and you being me.
Will you cut that out? I've just been through one of these quiz games with my future wife.
Don't blame me for being confused.
Yeah, thanks.
You see, when you came up to me in that alley and asked me who I was, I couldn't resist letting you have it.
Oh, brother, you're kidding. You didn't really fight against it.
No, I'm serious. I knew you wouldn't help me if I told you the truth. It sounds silly.
I'm getting used to things sounding silly. Go ahead.
Well, I'm Paul Gibson. Just got in from Australia.
I gathered that much.
Well, now, Mr. Bradley, Willis Bradley, who owned this house, died about 6 months ago. He left all his money to me, of all people.
Congratulations.
Yeah. My mother and Mr. Bradley were childhood sweethearts, something like that. Anyway, since none of the Bradley family ever saw me before, I got the idea of passing you off for me.
Why? Don't you like money?
Oh, it's not that. It's, well, I'm just afraid one of them wants to kill me.
What?
Yes. There's the girl, Gloria, and brother. Of course, the second Mrs. Bradley, they're all mighty put out because the old gentleman cut them off without a penny. I think one of them sent me this.
Let me see that. If you make any claims to the Bradley estate, you will never live to enjoy it.
To the point, isn't it? And if I don't claim the money, it goes to those three, according to the will.
Yeah. Oh, this whole thing is ridiculous. Somebody's just trying to scare you, that's all. Forget it.
I don't know about that. A couple of months ago, while I was trying to clean up my affairs in Australia, somebody took a pot shot at me. Whoever it was, almost didn't miss.
And for $100, I'm supposed to find the villain in the piece. The hard way. Playing target.
Well, I heard about you taking on all sorts of tough jobs for people, but even then...
But even then, you thought I'd have too much brains to take this on, so you shanghaied me into it.
So, what do you say? Will you do it?
Well, I gotta make a phone call. There's a young lady who's going without sleep right now because you couldn't resist temptation.
Well, now, there's an outside phone right here in the kitchen. You can use that. But will you help me?
Well, I've been giving myself some sage and sound advice, which I'm now going to proceed to ignore.
Yes?
It's a deal, Mr. Valentine.
Ah, good.
Yeah. From now on, I'll be known as the man from down under. Well, I hope that's just a figure of speech.
In just a moment, we'll return to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. Say, how long has it been since you've changed the oil filter on your car? You might think it was fairly recently, and then be surprised to find out that you've gone many miles beyond the safe operating period. Oil filters, to do the job right, have to be replaced every 6,000 miles. After that, they're so gummed up with sludge and grit that they just can't hold anymore and become clogged and useless. Much the same as a vacuum cleaner when the dust bag is jammed full. So it's a good idea to have your oil filter checked regularly by the car savers at independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations. Remember, your car saver is in business to help you make your car run better and last longer. Now's a good time to be getting your car ready for winter weather driving ahead, so stop in soon for an oil drain and oil filter element replacement at any independent Chevron gas station or standard station where they say and mean we take better care of your car. You're hired to take the place of a man about to come into a fortune and marry one of the most beautiful girls in the world. Sounds like a dream assignment. But when said man is marked for murder by persons unknown, well, said dream darkens quickly into a nightmare, even if your name is George Valentine. Anyway, that, in effect, is the subject of conversation between you and Brooksy in the drawing room of the palatial Bradley home on the outskirts of the city.
Brooksy, be reasonable. I'm supposed to be incognito. You shouldn't have bounced in here like this.
Well, you certainly didn't expect me to sit around twiddling my thumbs while you play Stooge.
Not so loud. Remember, the Stooge's name now is Paul Gibson, the pride of the Anzacs. Paul Gibson, darling.
Please, I don't know if I like strangers calling me darling.
And the blonde, easygoing gentleman upstairs is my friend George Valentine.
If you had to give your name away, it could have at least been to a woman. And I know the woman.
Yeah, okay. But how am I going to account for you hanging around?
You see, I'm the scrub woman in the Australian consulate, and I just had to see you to find out if everything is dinkum in the bush country.
Oh,
and you don't have to tell me, Ted. This will soon be his house.
That would be Mrs. Bradley and her stepson, Ted, I suppose.
But, Clarissa, you don't have to be so obvious about it.
Well, I shall certainly speak my mind to this Gibson. Oh, Mr. Gibson.
Oh, yes, that's right. Good morning.
Oh, I'm Ted Bradley. This is my stepmother, Clarissa.
Who is this young woman?
This is my secretary, Miss Brooks.
Secretary? What do you mean?
Oh, yes. Social secretary. You know, make all my arrangements for me. Dinners, parties, dog shows, stuff like that.
You're not wasting any time, are you, Mr. Gibson?
Why should he? Why not wade right in and start spending somebody else's fortune hand over hand? Why should he wait?
Oh, come now, Miss Bradley.
I tell you this much. I'm not going to just stand stupidly by. You may as well know it. I'm willing to do anything to keep that money out of your hands.
She means any legal steps, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think that's all I have to say by way of greeting. Now I'm going into breakfast. Come in, Ted.
Clarissa prides herself on her frankness. See you around, no doubt.
I wouldn't leave any lethal weapons around either one of those characters. Oh, what's Gloria like?
Gloria? Oh, she doesn't have to worry about lethal weapons. She was born with a whole assortment of them.
Oh.
You know, Brooksy, that gives me an idea. I think I know how to bring things to a head around here.
How?
The quickest way. I'm going to tell the beautiful Gloria she can have my hand in marriage.
Mrs. Paul Gibson. I'm going to like that.
Yes, I thought you would, Gloria. I wonder if it was something you said that gave me that impression. Oh, Miss Brooks, I forgot about you. Why don't you,
Scram is the American expression, Mr. Gibson.
Oh, that's very cute. I'll make a note of that.
One more thing, dear. I promise to make you an exciting, loving wife, as long as your money holds out.
Well, there's lots of money.
I think this is beautiful. Two people so much in love, still finding time to talk about practical things.
I don't want to start bossing you, Paul, but this, secretary of yours is entirely too social.
All I said was it was beautiful, and
I didn't like the way you said it.
Oh, now, please, ladies, don't fight over me.
Oh, never mind. Now, I want the others to know. Clarissa! Ted! Come in here. I have some news.
If she thinks I'm going to let you out of my sight, she's crazy.
This is an act, Brooksy, remember?
And she kissed you. Nice fight you didn't put up, Buster.
What is she going to... What are you screaming about, Gloria?
What is it?
Here. I'm going to let Paul tell you himself.
Yes. Well, folks, I know this is going to seem a little sudden, but you know how it is when love hits you. Yes, well, the simple fact is, Gloria and I are going to be married.
There, you see?
Really?
Gloria, tell this man he's out of his mind.
On the contrary, he's remarkably sane. He thinks he needs a wife to help him take care of all our money.
Well, this is a surprise.
I'm not going to let you get away with this.
At least I'm willing to share Paul's money with him. But you and Ted...
That will be enough from you.
Clarissa, let's be reasonable. Let's face it, Gloria's stolen a march on us. Suppose we try to be good sports about it. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm sure you don't mean it.
And good luck, Paul.
I still say it's beautiful. Two people so much in love, they don't care who stands against them.
You shut up!
Mr. Gibson, I was only
I know what you were saying.
Don't expect me to congratulate you, Mr. Gibson.
And you're not married yet, Gloria?
Don't worry. Clarissa will get over it. I'll talk to her.
And so will I. I won't be long.
Oh, Brooksy, it worked.
What worked? All I saw was a family brawl, and Gloria didn't even get hurt.
Oh, it was much more than that. Somebody just overplayed his hand. How did you manage to miss it?
Oh, it was easy.
I don't have any proof, but I think I'll play a hunch and start clearing up this little matter for Paul.
Really, Mr. Gibson, I thought you said your little piece. Why did you want to see us here in the library? Oh, Mr. Gibson, your friend Mr. Valentine is still upstairs. I think he's taking a nap.
Yes, well, I can see him later, Miss Brooks, but where's Ted?
Oh, he's being very gallant. He said something about buying me an engagement present and left for downtown.
Oh, well, I particularly wanted him to be here. Well, look, suppose I round up some champagne. Maybe he'll be back soon.
I'll answer it. Hello. Oh. Well. Just a minute. It's Ted. Miss Bradley wants to know if you have any preference about the monogram on your engagement present.
Tell my brother I think he's an idiot. He should save his money. He's going to need
And
it.
tell him to get back here. It's urgent.
Oh, Mr. Bradley, your sister wants me to tell you you're an idiot, and Mr. Gibson would like to see you right away. Oh, don't mention it. Goodbye.
Oh, yes, the champagne.
Now, really, Mr. Gibson.
Mother.
What?
If I may call you Mother.
I'll find it myself.
Now,
One
Gloria.
minute, Clarissa. There's a little matter I want to straighten out now while I have the chance. Oh, you.
Who, me?
You know, there's something gamey here. Just where did Paul pick you up?
Pick me up? Why, Miss Bradley, I wouldn't speak like that about you. Or would I?
You know exactly what I mean. He's hardly off the boat, and right away he has himself a social secretary.
Oh, Mr. Gibson is a fast worker.
Oh, you insolent.
Will you stop it, the two of you? They're What was that? Oh, it sounded like... Well, let's not just stand here. But it couldn't have been a shot.
It wasn't. It came from upstairs.
Here! The stairs! Oh, yes. And somebody seems to be using the stairs. Oh! It's Paul's friend, Mr. Valentine.
Say, what's happened? What's happened? What is
The man on the stairs, he...
Yes. Yes, I'm afraid he is.
You've got a lot of explaining to do, Valentine. Passing yourself off as an Australian, getting yourself engaged to a
Yes,
girl.
Lieutenant Johnson. Yes, I know.
Now let's get out of this kitchen. I'm beginning to feel like a butler.
Just a minute, will you?
When this thing happened, all the women were together in the library. Young Bradley was downtown buying a present for his sister. You were the only one prowling around.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Johnson. You don't really think I killed Gibson?
I know. You didn't have a motive.
I thought I knew who tried to kill Gibson in Australia and sent him that threatening note.
Yeah, who?
Well, something's got me stymied. Hey, look, you have a lot of routine detail work here with the boys. Well, give me about an hour, will you? Tell the others I had to step out a while and it was okay with you.
Well...
Do you think the police department would stake you to a long-distance call, State Department, Washington?
Yeah.
It's important, Johnson. Now, look, here's the dope.
Lieutenant Johnson, don't you think this family has had to put up with enough for one day?
There's been a murder committed, Mrs. Bradley. And that's illegal.
I really should feel sorry for myself. It's really funny in a gruesome sort of way.
What's gruesome in a funny way? I mean...
About me, engaged to the wrong man, and a widow before I'm even a wife.
You have my deepest sympathies, Miss Bradley.
Incidentally, Lieutenant, where is Mr. Valentine?
He took a little walk some time ago.
No?
With my permission. Does anybody mind?
Oh, we were just curious. No, it's all right. I'll take it. Yes, hello.
Oh, Ted, I'm glad it was you who answered.
Valentine, what do you want? Where are you?
There's something I want you to do for me, Ted, before I get back to the house. Now, you just answer yes or no.
But...
I don't want any of the others to know what we're talking about. Now, look, beat it upstairs to my room. In the top dresser drawer, you'll find an envelope.
Oh, yes?
I'm trusting you, Ted, because you were the only one out of the house when poor Gibson got it. That envelope is something he gave me. It's important. I want you to make sure it's still there and nobody got to it. Got that straight?
Oh, I suppose
Go ahead,
so.
then. I'll hang on.
Okay. Oh, Lieutenant Johnson, it's Valentine. He wants me to check something in his room, okay?
I guess so.
I'll be just a second.
Now, Mrs. Bradley, Miss Bradley, about that threatening note. We're sure to trace it, you know.
You certainly won't trace a stupid melodramatic thing like that to me.
And don't look at me. Oh, no, not again.
What's that? I know I shouldn't let Valentine get...
George, on the phone inside,
I'm developing a split personality, Brooksy.
This guy isn't shot.
What did you do to him? Why?
The shot was purely for dramatic effect, Gloria. I guess, though, I pushed him a little too hard at the head of the stairs. He'll be all right in a minute.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, Valentine.
I just staged a repeat performance of the little act that was put on here a little earlier today.
What do you mean?
What's that? What's he talking?
You heard me, Ted. When you were on the phone today, you weren't out buying a present. You were just where I was a minute ago, using the outside phone in the kitchen.
What about that, young fella?
Oh, what do you mean? What proof has he got?
One thing at a time. There's the telltale phone in the kitchen now. Take it, will you, Brooksy?
Yeah, right. What was that nonsense about Ted, Mr. Valentine?
Yes.
All of you just saw how Gibson could have been murdered with an iron-bound alibi for Ted.
Ted?
Oh, he's lying.
Yeah. Ted, you were the only one here who knew for a fact that I wasn't Paul Gibson.
What? How did I know?
Gloria thought I was Paul. She couldn't wait for the wedding bells. Clarissa was convinced I was Paul. She hit the roof when she thought her stepdaughter was marrying the fortune.
And young Bradley.
Yeah, Lieutenant, he didn't mind at all. Graciously, he congratulated the happy bride and groom. And why? Because he knew darn well I wasn't Gibson.
Oh, George, that was for Lieutenant Johnson. I took the message.
You
Now,
what?
listen carefully, Johnson. This should explain things, I hope.
Well, I hope
Your
not.
office says there was a passport issued to Ted Bradley some 2 months ago.
A passport to Australia, Ted.
Oh, but I...
Oh, Ted. That was when you said you were going on a long fishing trip to Rainbow Lake.
So Ted didn't have any trouble recognizing Gibson. Not after that pot shot he took at him in Australia.
Oh, look,
Save it for your lawyer, Bradley. And you, Valentine, you better come along.
I'll be down later, Johnson. After all, a mogul can't let his business go completely to pot, can he, Angel?
Did you ever stop to think that there's a very real reason why some engines need lots of repair and wear out sooner than other engines of the same model, even though both go an equal number of miles? More times than not, it's the motor oil that makes the difference. It either protects or fails to protect. Heavy-duty RPM motor oil gives top protection, actually reduces wear of critical engine parts. So buy what's best for your car. Next time you need oil, be sure to get heavy-duty RPM motor oil at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car.
George, you know, I simply can't understand how any girl can let herself marry a man for his money.
Yeah, it must be an uphill struggle all the way.
All I'd want is a man with a business that's finally beginning to pay off, a little money in the bank.
Yes, I see.
It's all the incentive I'd need.
Not to change the subject, Brooksy. But I took a little look at that ledger of ours, too. And the balance in the bank...
Yes?
Well, it's pretty much of a mirage, Angel.
What are you talking about?
You made no provision for taxes. When we're through shelling out, I'll be the broker's tycoon on record.
Oh, George.
But never mind, Brooksy. Look at all the fun we're going to have building up our fortune again.
Tonight's transcribed adventure of George Valentine has been brought to you by Standard Oil Company of California on behalf of independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations throughout the West. Robert Bailey is starred as George, with Virginia Gregg as Brooksy. Let George Do It was written by David Victor and directed by Kenneth Webb. Ken Christie was heard as Lieutenant Johnson, Gene Bates as Gloria, Chester Stratton as Paul, Lee Patrick as Clarissa, and Roland Morris as Ted. Music by Gaylord Carter. Your announcer, John Heaston. Listen again next week, same time, same station, to Let George Do It. Let George Do It is heard overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. I liked getting to hear Virginia Gregg as Brooksy do a little bit of that Australian accent. It's too bad she didn't use it in character. I guess that to me was the challenge for Bob Bailey, because he didn't sound Australian, but the guy who he was standing in for certainly did. He sounded as Australian as a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. That Virginia Gregg, definitely the queen of voice talent. I'm personally wondering if anyone heard a radio program where she played somebody Australian, got to use that accent for more than a few lines. Now, I mentioned that finished the Bob Bailey part of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. That definitely did not finish, or Let George Do It. But that did not actually finish Let George Do It. And we'll talk a little bit more about the second, less well-known version of Let George Do It on Wednesday. But now we'll go ahead and we'll turn to listener comments and feedback. And we have this from Jerome, who says, do you have any old Charlie Chan shows? Thank you for responding. Nice site. And my answer is that in terms of what we're going to play in the future on the show, we do have access to one U.S. Charlie Chan show and quite a few Australian Charlie Chan programs over the radio. And there were a couple of different eras in Charlie Chan over the radio. There was the 1930s, which were serialized adventures, 15-minute serials, with Walter Connolly. And these are mostly lost, much like the Perry Mason stories. Because of the fact they're serialized, you just don't have a complete set. There's one story that's often claimed to be complete, Colonel Willoughby's baffling murder mysteries, but really, they just have parts 4 through 7, and with 7 being the last part. The good part is you have the end. The bad part is that you're coming in, right towards the end. So there's one episode of Mystery Playhouse from World War II, which features Charlie Chan, played by Ed Begley. And then we have a lot of Australian episodes, and then there are some partial American episodes. But we'll just be playing that one U.S. episode and then a few Australian Charlie Chan programs when we get to it on the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. And Jerome says, and I do want to congratulate you on your fine community service to old-time radio addicts. Well, I'm glad to oblige. And that will actually do it for today. Join us back here next Monday. Bob Bailey will be in this time spot with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And join us tomorrow for where Frank Race, formerly heard on Mondays, will be airing on Tuesdays. Before we do get started, I want to let you know that I have a new novella collection out called Fly Another Day. It continues the adventures began in Tales of the Damned Night, and it's available as a paperback for $9.99 and also for the Kindle. Title is Fly Another Day. All right, well, now it's time for today's Frank Race story. This one's called The Adventure of the House Divided.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov, with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. And when it was over, his former life was over too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. And now we join Frank Race for The Adventure of the House Divided.
San Francisco in September, with the marina mellow under blue skies and a warm sun. I happened to be on Chestnut Street when I was assailed by the one aroma that can take my mind off anything else in the world, that of hot, fresh-baked bread. It took only a moment to spot the source, and I made a fast pivot toward the door of an old-fashioned bakery. There were several customers at the counter, and I was forced to wait. Then a hand touched my arm.
See, you're Frank Race, ain't you?
Why, yes. I know you, don't I?
I'm Tom Crowell.
Crowell, of course. I remember you.
I used to work for Manhattan Insurance Company. I was with you on the Lambert case.
You saved my life with some pretty fast shooting. What made you leave the insurance company?
Well, I'm not as young as I used to be, Race. I got tired of traveling, so I turned private eye for whoever wants to hire me. I'm on a job right now, and I think I'm in a jam.
Jam?
Yeah, it's this package. I think I'm being followed because I'm carrying it. That's why I ducked in here. I thought I'd go out the back way into the alley. Yeah, they picked a bad one. No back way, no alley. Which means that if they've spotted me, I'm stuck, but good. 4-1. Kind of rough odds.
Call it 4-2, Crowell.
Well, I was hoping you'd say that, Race, but there's one of them now on the sidewalk.
A swart, heavy-set figure in a well-fitting Donegal tweed. The opaque stare of a bobcat on the prowl. The man on the sidewalk eyed us for a second or so, then slipping a hand inside the lapel of his jacket, he started for the bakery door. A second bird of prey followed him. As they came inside, I moved away from Crowell and stepped up to the counter.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'll just take a couple of these chocolate eclairs you have here. How much?
That will be 30 cents. Would you like a bag for them?
No, thanks. I'll just keep them in my hands. Care for one of these, Crowell?
No thanks, Race.
Better have one, Crowell. You take the load of go and we'll take that package you're carrying.
Yes, sir. What do you want in here?
Shut up. Let's have the package, Crowell. And don't get any ideas of going for the heater. I've got mine in my hand already.
We're all very busy with our hands, aren't we? You boys have yours loaded with guns. Mine are loaded with chocolate eclairs. I think I'll give you one. Why, you... He jerked toward me, murder in his heart, chocolate eclair in his eyes. I sidestepped and he groped for me, getting in the way of his companion, a moronic individual with a face that could have doubled for a suet pudding. But this one had ideas. So as he started to draw, I started a left hook that caught the bobcat flush enough to floor both of them.
All right, come on, Race, let's get out of here.
The shots had come from the street, from a black sedan parked at the curb. As Carl slumped against me, I jerked the pistol from his holster, triggered 2 bullets at the sedan, then swung around just in time to greet the bobcat's pal as he scrambled off the floor. He doubled up and went down again, clutching a broken shoulder. He sat staring at me with an expression of hurt wonderment. From the sound effects in the distance, there was evidence that the local constabulary might be joining in. So the black sedan was writing it off as a lost cause. The inside of the bakery presented quite a tableau. The woman who waited on trade stood staring across the counter as though she'd just seen a movie star. Scattered about on the floor were the remains of my 2 chocolate eclairs, plus the pair of tough boys also somewhat scattered about. It was a victory for the righteous, but at the moment, anyone could have had my share of it, knowing as I did that Tom Crowell was dead.
So the wandering boy returns, huh?
Hello, Mark.
And what goes with the package?
Trouble, Mark. All the way.
Huh?
I met an old friend this afternoon, Tom Crowell. Worked with us on the Lambert case.
Crowell? Yeah, I remember him. Planted a couple of slugs in Pinky Wallace just about the time Pinky was lining up to do likewise to you. Well, Crowell was all right.
He isn't all right any longer. He
Huh?
was killed this afternoon, just because he happened to be carrying that package.
Oh, you're kidding.
I wish I were.
What's in the package?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Look. It's got a name on it. Victoria Manor. 127 Windermere Lane. And it sounds like a fancy neighborhood. How'd you get hold of this?
I was with Crowell when he died. He was shot by 4 thugs. The only thing I was able to do for him was to keep him from falling too heavily.
What about cops? How'd you get away with the package?
I decided I wanted the privilege of delivering Crowell's package for him, so I didn't wait around.
Yeah, so what are you doing with the .38?
It's the pistol Crowell carried. Rather good weapon. But I thought I'd pick up this Luger of mine. The way this business shapes up, I may need it. Windermere Lane, a short thoroughfare wearing a set of iron gates like a lorgnette. Number 127 looked perfectly at home in such a setting. A thick-set mansion with awesome lawns. To the butler who answered my push at the bell, I mentioned the name Victoria Manor, and I said I had a package. I was asked to wait in a small oak-paneled study.
Gosh, I'm glad you got here. I was...
Wait a minute, you're not...
No, my name is Race.
You asked for Victoria Manor. You said you had a package.
I do have a package. I brought it here because Crowell couldn't. He was shot and killed this afternoon.
You don't mean that. Who killed him?
Gunman.
You're a friend of his. You were with him when he died?
Yes to both questions. And now you might tell me something. What's in this package?
Would you wait here a few minutes? Just long enough for me to change? I'd like you to take me out somewhere so we can talk.
I said yes, I'd wait, and she left the room. I spent the time looking at some choice first editions. Once the door was opened, and an old woman looked in at me, a very old woman with a fragile figure and the glare of a drill sergeant. She gave a little snort and went away. Then, in another 20 minutes, the girl came back.
Have you had lunch?
As a matter of fact, no.
I haven't either. There's a place not far from here. We'll take my car. I thought we'd better come here because, well, they might be at the house.
Hold it a second, will you, baby? I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about, and before you try to explain it, are you Victoria Manor?
Yes. My friends call me Vicky.
And who might be at the house? If it's that little old lady, I can understand your trepidation. She looked at me as though I'd been caught with the family plate.
That's my great Aunt Ellen. She wouldn't hurt anyone. Race, you were Crowell's friend. Does that mean you're also a private detective?
I'm an investigator, but I usually work for insurance companies.
Would you work for me? I need someone badly. I'm being blackmailed.
What did Crowell have to do with it?
That package you brought to me, it contains negotiable securities. Crowell was acting as my go-between.
Paying off on blackmail is a fool's game.
I can't help this, Race. It's something beyond my control.
If I'm going to represent you, I'll have to know the story. And all of it.
All right. I suppose that's sensible. As you might have surmised, I'm very wealthy. I've had everything, including Wellesley and a tremendous coming-out party. But I'm an adopted child.
Nothing wrong with that.
There is in my case. There's a lot wrong with it. I've just learned that my real father is an ex-convict.
I suppose you learned it the hard way from blackmailers.
That's right. And they have all the facts. Believe me, they have all the facts.
Anything you pay such people is a complete waste of money.
Just the same, they're going to be paid. I don't care what it costs.
You're making a rash statement. It could cost you everything you have.
Even that. If they were to spread that information about me, I just couldn't take it, that's all. The people I know, the family. It even happens that I'm engaged, Race, to my uncle's son, my foster cousin. Can you imagine what this would mean to him?
It wouldn't have to mean anything if he were
I know. If he were the right kind of guy. Well, it happens that he is the right kind of guy, but I still don't want him to know. And if you can't understand that...
I can understand it. I'm sorry. What about your father, your foster father?
He's dead. Now I've given you the details, and I'd like you to contact a man called Sealy. Jet Sealy.
The payoff boy?
Yes.
I still want to know, why was Crowell killed?
I don't know.
Where do I find this Sealy?
I have his phone number at the house. I'll give it to you when we get back. Sealy may call here before you contact him. What shall I say?
Tell him to call me. I'm at the St. Francis.
Come on in. I'll give you that number.
I still think you're foolish to let go of any money because of this affair.
I've already made one payment, Race. I can't stop now. Here, we'll take this side door.
She led me to the oak-paneled den. Here, in front of the fireplace, erect in a leather chair, sat the little old lady who had looked in on me before. The sight of her seemed to startle Vicky Maynor.
Aunt Ellen? Were you waiting for someone? Aunt Ellen, aren't you well? Grace, she seems... Look!
The girl was staring in horror. Her gaze held by a dark stain on the flagstone hearth, a fluid, satiny stain the size of a steak plate. And then, even as we watched, the old lady's body shifted in the chair, swayed sideways, and...
Grace! Grace is dead!
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now, back to the adventures of Frank Race.
The old lady had been stabbed in the back. And in my book, it would have to go down as murder. Vicky Maynor's face, already drained of color, stiffened into stark lines as I mentioned this.
Grace, what shall I do?
Call the police.
There's no use calling.
Doctor? No use at all. And when the police get here, I wouldn't try to hold out on them.
Hold out?
If I were you, I'd tell them about this blackmail setup.
No.
This is murder, baby. You don't fool with it, not if you're smart. And holding out on the police is never smart.
I didn't kill Aunt Ellen, Race. You know that. You and I left this room together.
That's right. So when I tell this to the police, they're going to want to know who I am and why I'm here.
Tell them the truth. You're an investigator working for me, investigating a lost insurance policy left by my father. That's the truth, Race, about the insurance policy. My family knows about it.
I'll do my best for you, baby. But I can't tell direct lies. Wouldn't be healthy for either of us.
All right, Race. I know you'll do your best.
She left me and went to a phone. I had to look around. But whatever the weapon had been, it didn't seem to be in the room. Presently, the police arrived, headed by a Lieutenant Grimsby, accompanied by several reporters wearing the expressions of beagles on the scent. In the midst of the confusion, there appeared a man who'd have made the perfect model for your average all-American football player. When he took Vicky in his arms, I pegged him for Larry Maynor, her foster cousin and fiancé.
Where do you stand in this, chicken?
I don't know, Larry. I can't even think.
You didn't see it happen?
I was out, and that seems to be the only thing in my favor. And if it weren't for Race, I don't know what I would have done.
Who's been in the house today?
No one else but Mason. And with his deafness, he just told the police he didn't see or hear a thing.
Has Dad been here yet?
Not yet.
I drew away from them and went to the door. But before I could leave, Vicky ran up to me.
Race, you were wonderful with the police. You gave me every break in the world. But I'm scared. There's something about this that...
There always is about murder, baby. Just hang on. We'll see what turns up.
If Sealy calls, I'll tell him to contact you. Is that all right?
It's all right on one condition.
What?
I'll go back to the hotel and wait for Sealy's call. You let me handle him my way.
All right, Race. You do it your way.
Oh, brother. When you get lost, you get lost. I was figuring we might get the train out of here today.
Sorry, Marcus, but we're stuck. Maybe for several days.
Oh. Hello.
Frank Race there?
Yeah, he's here. Hang on. For you. This guy don't sound like no pacifist.
Hello?
Race?
That's right.
I'm Seeley. I hear you want to talk to me.
I do. Would you care to come up here?
Are you kidding? If I do any talking, I'll pick the spot and the time.
Whatever you say.
You got a car?
I'm a stranger in town. How about a cab?
No cab. Rent a car. Charge it to the dame.
All right. So I rent a car.
Make it a coupe. You know where Golf Street is?
I'll find it.
Now park on Golf between Francisco and Bay. Be there 12:30 tonight. Lift up the lid of your trunk so I'll know you.
You know something, chum? That guy didn't sound like no law-abiding citizen.
Blackmailer.
And I suppose you're going to sashay out to that meeting all by yourself. Huh?
Not this one, Marcus. I'm taking you along if I have to stuff you in that trunk. Golf Street, between Francisco and Bay. A short block of apartment houses. We parked the rented coupe, and I got out to raise the trunk lid.
Any sign of them guys yet?
There's a car coming up now. Keep out of sight.
Right. Race?
I'm Race.
Come here.
There were two of them in a Buick convertible, each with a face that matched the shadows around him. I moved over to the car.
Get in.
I'd rather do my talking right here.
What do you want, a written invitation? Get in.
Mark, explain the facts of life to these gentlemen.
I'm over here, boys, on the driver's side. I walked around while you was both looking at Race. Both of us came around, me and his 38.
Maybe you recognize that 38, Seeley. It belonged to Tom Crowell.
I don't get this. What's it all about?
Keep your hands quiet and get out. On my side, both of you. I'll open the door.
Sure. We'll get out.
Like this. His punch sent me to the curb, but I had my feet ready as he leaped, and he went back against the car. I was up as he came in again, and a left hook plus a looping right on the asphalt.
Nice work if you can get it. But he ain't all the way unconscious, Race.
I don't want him unconscious. How about your man?
You kidding? Can you imagine he tried choking me?
No.
There is a boy what's going to need some body and fender work.
Help me get this one on his feet.
I'll get on my own feet.
Seeley, it's pretty late, and there isn't a person in sight. Which means there's no one to stop me from lacquering you to a frazzle if you don't talk.
Start lacquering. I ain't saying a word.
Oh, let me start on him.
No. I guess I just can't work that way. Beat it, Seeley. Come on, Mark. Let's get out of here.
I still think we should have waxed that crumb. I didn't like the look he gave us when we pulled out.
Hold it, Mark. This looks like a dead end.
Well, it is, unless we want to end up in a drink. I'll turn around. Hey, that rig up ahead, he's swinging around a block.
It's the Buick. Must be Seeley.
You got a Tommy gun, Race. I'll try jumping the sidewalk. See if I can squeeze past him. Oh, maybe. Boy, that was close. I didn't think we'd make it. I think we shook him.
Good.
Let's take a lesson from this little escapade, huh? Don't never go easy on guys like that Seeley. Where to now?
Back to the hotel, I guess. As we entered the lobby of the St. Francis, I found myself being paged. I followed the bellhop to the bar to where a well-dressed man of about 55 sipped an old-fashioned.
Sit down, Race. I'm Sanderson Maynard, Vicky's uncle. Bartender, drink for this gentleman. What'll it be, Race?
I'll follow your example, and I may say that this is somewhat of a surprise.
Well, it shouldn't be. Maynard clan seems to be in somewhat of a situation. And from what I hear, you're a good person to turn to under such circumstances.
Mind telling me where you heard that?
I get around. I'd like you to work for me on this affair, Race.
I'm already working for your niece.
It's all in the family.
I'm afraid these things don't always work out that way.
I'm very fond of Vicky, Race. Foster father and I were very close. We were brothers. Had a lot in common. Even had duplicate apartments when we were youngsters. I'd like to take over now for Vicky. I want to help her all I can.
What makes you think she needs help?
Oh, Vicky likes to have a good time. And she's been short of ready cash lately. I've had the feeling she might have run into some sort of trouble. Why'd she hire you?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that.
It would be sensible to tell me, just for Vicky's sake. See, I'm not worried so much about the murder. The police now have reason to believe it was done by a housebreaker.
They didn't believe that while I was there.
They are flexible people, Ace. They know when to change their minds. Now, getting back to Vicky.
Sorry, Mr. Maynard, you're pushing an unsuccessful sale. I never work for two principals at the same time.
Looks like we ain't going to get much sleep tonight. Must be after 2 o'clock.
It's the next driveway. Stop the car.
What do you know? So this is 127 Windermere Lane. They got enough ground for a 9-hole golf course. That driveway must be a mile long. All right, what do we do now?
We walk that mile of driveway down to the house.
You know, chum, this is quite a grade. I bet we dropped 20 feet since we left the street.
Here, it's this door.
This door is locked. What do we do now?
We get in somehow with as little fuss as possible.
Well, we will just try this window. See what I mean? Don't seem like anybody heard us.
No, doesn't seem to be any reaction.
Look, is this the room where the old lady was knocked off?
This is it. Throw your flash on that fireplace hearth.
All right. What am I looking for? Oh, I get it. The stain, huh? Hey. Oh, that is a stain. They must have...
What's the matter?
I thought I heard something.
Still hear it?
No. I guess I'm dreaming things.
Come on, we're going upstairs.
Hey, you know, this room's kind of like the one we just left. Except that it's empty.
An exact duplicate. Which proves something I've been suspecting for the last hour or so. That I've been played for a patsy.
I don't get it.
This room wasn't empty when I saw it last. And the furniture in it was exactly like that in the room below.
Oh, that's fine. So, what goes?
So I operated under an illusion of having been in only one room, while actually I'd been in two. When I first came into this house, I came through the front door from the street level. And I was led into this room. I left it with Vicky Maynard. We stayed away about an hour. When we came back, we found the old lady dead, apparently murdered in the same room we'd left her.
Oh.
And that's what I told the police, giving Vicky Maynard an excellent alibi. What I'd overlooked was the fact that we'd come back into the house from the lower level, in the surroundings that looked the same, but actually belonged to a different room. That's why this room is empty. She's been trying to... Did you say something, Mark? What happened to the light?
You'll have to depend on the moonlight rays. Your friend is on the floor, unconscious.
Vicky, what have you done to him?
Why did you have to come here, Race? Why couldn't you just let things go as they were?
I guess I'm the curious type. What's that you have in your hand, a pistol?
I thought you were working for me, Race.
I've been working for Tom Crowell all the way. He left a wife and a teenage kid. Since you caused his death, it's my belief that they should collect damages from you or from your estate. Because you may not be around very long, baby.
You said yourself that Crowell was killed by gunmen.
Gunmen who were working for you. You were hijacking those securities because you needed money. They really belonged to your great-aunt, Victoria E. Maynard, with the E standing for Ellen. I caught that phase of it in the papers tonight, baby, and you had a feeling that I might do just that. Which was why you had Seeley try to eliminate me. You're quite an actress, Vicky. That blackmail story was a peach.
It's no use, Grace. You've got to die. And I might as well... Let go! Let me go!
Drop that gun!
I will not.
Sorry, baby.
You're holding me. Hold me tighter.
You know, that wouldn't be hard to take. That's the trouble with this whole case.
Kiss me, Race. Say you're working for me.
Be a lot simpler if I could just forget Tom Crowell. But you see, baby, I never worked for two principals at the same time.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Chris Kraft, Tom Holland, William Johnstone, and Gunnar Peterson. This series is written and directed by Joel Murcott and Buckley Angel. The music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmars. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in the Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Bruce Ells production.
Welcome back. Well, I knew one thing for sure, that Mark Donovan would not get to save the day in this one, so Frank Race had to go ahead and save himself with some quick moves. I also appreciated that this episode wasn't handled by a kind of pat, you said something that gave you away type ending. The identical rooms was kind of a neat trick. So, all right. Well, that will actually do it for today. Be sure, I encourage you to rate our show on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and fill out our listener survey, survey.greatdetectives.net. Join us tomorrow for Let George Do It, and then next Tuesday listen in for another episode of Frank Race. This is the last episode of Let George Do It. It's definitely unique. The previous episode of Let George Do It we played on Monday was from November 17th of 1952. This one is from some 22 months later, and it was originally broadcast September 27th, 1954. Now, I will not attempt to list all 97 episodes that were aired between this program and the previous one. The Digital Deli, DigitalDeliFTP.com, has the most complete log of Let George Do It, and most of those episode names are unknown. The only one they were able to confirm was from March the 2nd of 1953, and the title of that was The Pink Hearse, which was, of course, a title of another episode that was previously done of Let George Do It. It does seem to me probable that Bob Bailey left at some point, and they may even have begun airing some of the episodes that were set up for syndication in Canada on the Harry Goodman label. But at some point, Olin Soule took over in the role of George Valentine with an entirely different sponsor. Olin Soule is probably best known as the voice of Batman as an animated character. So if you grew up during the 60s and 70s and you watched the Batman Superman hour in the late 60s, or the Super Friends in the 70s into the early 80s, or you saw some of the Batman Scooby-Doo crossovers in the 70s, you were entertained by Olin Sule. In fact, the only Super Friends franchises he didn't voice Batman in were the legendary Superpower show and Galactic Guardians from about 84 and 85. And probably the one place I remember him most on television is from some of his appearances in Dragnet. If you've seen some of the 1950s programs, he had a recurring role as Ray Pinker from the Crime Lab. And in the 60s, the first couple of seasons, he had a few appearances as Ray Murray, also from the Crime Lab. Kind of a, what Dennis at the Digital Deli described as a welterweight type character. Or actually, bantamweight, excuse me. But his voice acting packed a punch. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to it. It's time now for today's episode of Let George Do It, The Ghost of Ireland Betty.
Personal notice. Danger is my stock in trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you've got a job for me. George Valentine. Write full details. Yes, it's Let George Do It, brought to you by Preem. Pream. The new miracle way to cream your coffee. We'll begin tonight's transcribed adventure of George Valentine in a moment, but first...
Oh, the new way to cream it is to Preem it. Get Preem. That's Preem. With a capital P.
Over all other products for creaming your coffee, you'll prefer Preem in instant powdered form. Pream. Here's why. First, Preem has a rich, delicious flavor because it's made entirely from fresh sweet cream and other milk products. Yet when you use Preem in your coffee, every cup contains only about half as many calories as if you used coffee cream. And then Preem is wonderfully convenient. It never sours, never turns. Keeps indefinitely while sealed. Open for everyday use, Preem stays fresh tasting to the last spoonful on your kitchen shelf or in your refrigerator. And last but not least, this new dairy miracle actually saves you more than 1/3 the cost of coffee cream. Tomorrow, start serving Preem whenever you serve coffee. Pream. The new way to cream it is to Preem it.
Preem. Get Preem. With a capital P.
And now, tonight's adventure of George Valentine, the ghost of Ireland Betty.
Dear Mr. Valentine. Valentine? Huh. Dear Mr. Valentine, I live in an enormous rambling house built like an Italian villa. Well, that's funny. What else did she write? What was the rest of it? What? Crying. It's crying, that's what it is. It's crying. I know it is. It's crying. That's what... Where is it? It's crying. I know it's crying. I know it's...
Oh, Christine. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Where are you going in such a hurry?
Daddy, I'm sorry, but I just... Listen, this...
Yes, my dear. Christine, you've had such a long trip. I thought you were going to lie down and rest a while. Did you hear something, my dear?
No. No, I didn't hear anything. Mr. Valentine, who is he? Why were you writing him a letter, Miss Dowdy, about the house? Here, it's a letter you didn't finish.
Oh, that. But I did finish another one. That one blotted. Yes, I've already written Mr. Valentine. He's just a friend of mine.
Oh.
It's lonely here, and I thought perhaps he might like to call on me. Now you run along and get your rest. There's nothing to be afraid of in the old place. You may hear a shutter banging once in a while, but that's all. That's absolutely all.
All right, Miss Dowdy. Sorry my imagination seems to... I'm sorry I bothered you.
Miss Dowdy, I got the letter you wrote to me all right, but...
Please don't talk so loud, Mr. Valentine. In here, Miss Brooks.
Of course. Oh, what a lovely old room.
Christine is asleep. I don't want to disturb her.
That's Christine O'Casey?
Yes, she just got here, you know, from Canada. She's been there since before her aunt's death, several months ago. Won't you sit down?
Thanks, Miss Dowdy, but I'm not sure we're staying.
Oh, but I wrote you
Yes,
that...
you wrote in your letter that you wanted a man investigated, a Professor E.L. Gifford from Denver.
Yes, that's right, Professor Gifford.
You sounded as though you wanted us to, get something on him.
Oh, now you must understand
And yet, as I gather, all you suspect about this Professor Gifford is that he's liable to buy this house.
Yes, that's just it. You see, Mr. Eustace, the real estate man, has received this offer from Denver.
Yes, I know. I've already talked to Mr. Eustace. And I find he's also the executor of estate for one Miss Betty O'Casey, who used to own the house.
Yes, for Betty, the one who died. That's Christine's aunt.
And I find you don't even have anything to do with the sale of this house, Miss Dowdy. You don't even own it, any part of it.
No, I don't. But I was Betty O'Casey's companion for more than 20 years, Mr. Valentine.
Sure, I understand. She left you pretty well taken care of, right? Only the house went to the principal beneficiary, Christine, her relative.
And it's Christine's desire to sell, according to Mr. Eustace.
That's why she's here, to speed up a sale, any sale.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Miss Dowdy, what do you have against this professor? Why shouldn't he buy the house? Why should you want to hire me to interfere with any possible sale?
The professor, he's not the right type.
Not the right type?
Yes.
Well, if the house is Christine's, well, what does she say? Haven't you talked to her about it?
Christine isn't... Well, she's not sympathetic to the house.
What?
She's not sympathetic. She doesn't understand. She's young and cynical. And this isn't just a usual house, Mr. Valentine.
Well, I grant you it's pretty old, valuable maybe, but not so easy to get rid of.
We looked all over for this house years ago. It was just what Ireland Betty wanted. Oh, it made her so happy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who? Betty O'Casey. Ireland Betty. Oh, I know. It does make her sound rather like an apple woman, but it was a nickname. Many people called her that.
Ireland Betty? Excuse me, but it sounds more to me like the name of a racehorse.
Oh, she would have loved to hear you say that. She owned some horses once.
Oh?
She was so enthusiastic, so interested in everything. And she was no more recently Irish than I am. But she called herself second cousin to a leprechaun.
Sounds like quite a woman.
A pixie, Miss Brooks, not a woman. Oh, not at all like her niece, the little modern realist, the unbeliever.
Unbeliever in what, Miss Dowdy? Leprechauns?
Well, unbeliever in this house, for one thing.
You'll have to be more specific. What is there about this place, Miss Dowdy, that you don't want it sold? Because that is the idea, isn't it? You don't want anyone else living here. Why?
Mr. Valentine, Ireland Betty and I became great believers in... Well, she looked all over to find this house, because this house was supposed to have... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Valentine, that I've troubled you. You're too young yourself, and a good deal more honest than I thought you would be.
What? Now, wait a minute.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. How on earth did you get in here?
With a key, naturally. Greetings, my dear Miss Dowdy. You haven't changed a bit.
Where did you get her? Oh, let go of my hand.
Oh, it won't bite you. Tape measures. See if there's space for a piano in the parlor. Besides my recording instruments.
Excuse me, Miss Dowdy, but is this the guy?
The guy? Professor Gifford.
Yes, Mr. Valentine, Miss Brooks.
Tom.
How do you do?
Mr. Valentine was just leaving.
No.
What?
No, I wasn't going anywhere. I was just going to say I'd like to stick around for a while.
Oh, Mr. Valentine.
But of course, you can help me hold one end of this tape measure, Mr. Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Come along. I am sorry I intruded, Miss Dowdy, but I was to meet Eustace here. He gave me the key. Oh, Eustace! Mr. Eustace! Do come along, Mr. Valentine.
Right. Just us and an almost empty piece of real estate, Professor Gifford. What's your business, Professor?
My own happiness, Mr. Valentine. What's yours?
No, what I meant was, what are you a professor of?
Nothing.
Huh?
The sort of nothing that is something. The sort of something that is nothing until it is seen or heard by man. Until man, like myself, is willing to admit that he sees what he can't understand, what no one understands.
Huh? That makes as much sense as a scrambled jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, it's quite simple. I'm a student of psychic research. Supernatural beings.
Oh, brother, no, not that.
Only fools laugh, Mr. Valentine.
Okay, I'm not laughing. You, believe in ghosts, huh?
So does Miss Dowdy. So did Ireland Betty. Bless her soul. So does this house. Yes, most of all, this house.
So that's why you're buying it. Place is infested with ghosts, eh?
Not every house has a ghost, you know, any more than it has good plumbing. But that's why Betty bought it originally. Been a ghost reported off and on past 100 years. Shall we rejoin the ladies?
Yeah, I'm getting scared.
I almost had this house once before, Valentine. Ireland Betty rather had her cap set for me.
She did not.
Yes, I would have had it for nothing then, if it hadn't been for her bodyguard here.
Will you throw him out of here, or do I have to?
No sense of humor, that Dowdy.
All right, mister.
Because it's true. Ireland Betty pursued me like the beautiful banshee that she was. She came galloping at me like
I said never mind.
Mr. Valentine.
And as for you, Miss Dowdy.
No, please, be quiet. Listen.
Huh? But Miss Dowdy, what?
George.
Shh.
Don't move anyone. That's what it sounds like. I've never known. Always wondered. Cry.
Yes. That's what it is. I've never heard it before.
Come on, cut it out, both of you. Sure, it's crying, all right, but that's not any ghost.
Miss Dowdy, where are you? Mr. Eustace, that's his voice. Get down here, somebody, will you? Come help me. It's Christine.
My knees, my forehead.
Oh, no. You're all right now, Christine.
I found her just lying there on the stone outside her aunt's window.
There in the sunken garden, Mr. Eustace?
Yes, that's right. Whimpering, almost unconscious. She'd had a terrible fall. I was coming up by the side entrance, you see, and
What makes you think she just had a fall? Christine, what happened? Can you tell me? Did you fall?
No, I didn't.
Well, then tell us. What was it?
I don't know what happened, Miss Dowdy.
Oh, now look here.
George, she's just woozy. Let her rest.
Did you see the ghost, Christine?
Oh, Professor, for the love of my...
No, I didn't. I tell you, there's no such thing as ghosts. It's all your imagination.
I saw the ghost once myself. The night your aunt died. Perhaps even she saw it. Over the lawn by the summer house.
What are you talking about? Who saw what when? I wasn't here. You never told me.
Ghost. Nothing to upset yourself over. And I'm sure Miss Dowdy, unless she cares to lie, will admit that she, too, saw...
But what if I did? What if I did see it? It doesn't have anything to do with this. It doesn't.
Miss Dowdy.
Going down like 9 cents, aren't they? And all knocked down by a ghost. All right, now come on, somebody.
I think she just noticed where you were found, Christine.
What?
The stone floor outside your aunt's window, Christine. Exactly where you were. That's where your aunt fell. Where she died. The night that saw the ghost. Coincidence, I suppose.
Sure as you enjoy good coffee, you'll enjoy coffee creamed with Preem. P-R-E-A-M. For this new 100% dairy product in convenient powdered form has a truly delicious flavor. And Preem is thrifty. Saves over 1/3 on coffee cream costs. No wonder you'll prefer Preem to all other coffee creaming products. You'll be delighted to find Preem has many other uses, too. It's perfect for sauces, smooth, luscious gravies, and richer, creamier soups. If you'd like to discover how Preem can help you serve tastier and more economical meals, you'll want to send for the wonderful new Preem recipe booklet we're offering you absolutely free. This brand new collection of Preem recipes includes easier, quicker, surer ways to make such family favorites as soufflés, dressing, shortcakes, plus tested time-saving recipes for delectable new desserts. For your free Preem booklet, just drop a card or letter with your name and address to Preem Test Kitchen, Box 959G, Columbus 16, Ohio. Preem Test Kitchen, Box 959G, Columbus 16, Ohio. Don't miss this exciting offer. Send for your free copy of the new Preem recipe collection right away. And now, back to George Valentine.
Miss Brooks, you here? Miss Brooks, where are you? Where did you go?
Christine, here I am. I just went back to the kitchen to get some ice. What's the matter?
Shh, be quiet. They're crying. Listen, there's my imagination at work.
Oh, here, now lie down again. Put this on your forehead.
My forehead's all right.
The doctor said he'd be out later to take a look at it.
Yeah, sure.
You've been pretty sick up in Canada, haven't you?
Yes, and I'm tired, and My aunt had asthma, you know.
Did she? But that wasn't what she died of, was it?
Well, sort of. That's what the doctor wrote me. I wasn't here, you know. We'd been having a fight, and she had guests for the weekend, so I just got in my car and drove off. See that window there?
Mm-hmm.
French doors? There's no guardrail outside it. And he thought she must have opened the doors trying to get more air. She was having one of her attacks. And, well, she fell.
To the stone below.
They found her the next morning.
Only now these people talk about a ghost. You don't suppose she opened the window and saw it out there herself?
Stop it! Not you, too.
How did you get hurt? Did you fall out of the window, too?
No. I was out there and I tripped and fell. Really, that's all.
All right. Well, why don't you want to talk about it to the others? What is it about this house that upsets you so?
Everything about it, Miss Brooks. I hate it. I've always hated it. My aunt and I used to fight about it. She was so wonderful. But would she take up with those fads, those crazy people, those crazy superstitions? That awful Professor Gifford that she went chasing after trying to impress. All this talk about ectoplasm and manifestations and... Do you blame me?
Christina, I don't believe in such things any more than you do. But I would blame you if you kept too much to yourself. If you attributed certain things to your own imagination just because you've been sick and then tired and upset.
What do you mean?
I mean what you heard when I was still in the kitchen. I mean why you've come back here and what you may have seen and what you suspect about these people. About your aunt's death.
I don't really know. Is Mr. Valentine going to stay here?
Yes, Christine.
Where is he now? He'll be close. He'll be right here, won't he?
Yes, of course. He's just chatting with Miss Dowdy. She's probably showing him around the place.
Now, Mr. Eustace, suppose you tell me the truth about what you saw that night.
Well, my room was third story. I'd been reading in bed. There'd been a good deal of talk at dinner about the ghost, it being the proper time of year for appearance and all.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, I tried to be tolerant, but... Well, perhaps I did watch a little. You see, it's supposed to appear just momentarily out back by the summer house, moving slowly and then sort of floating away.
Mm-hmm. And, did it?
Well, for heaven's sake, it didn't actually... I didn't hear anything, and certainly whatever it was had no substance, no body. Naturally, the next morning I didn't say anything. Why should I? An effect of all the talk, a trick of the imagination.
Of course. You'd have been laughed at. You don't believe in ghosts. Well, I do, Mr. Eustace.
What?
I believe in the kind of ghost that can be tricked up by a human being. And maybe it's being tricked up again.
George, I sneaked out one of Christine's shoes. See? The heel here is torn off.
Yeah. Now, that's where she fell.
Mm-hmm.
Stone floor of the sunken garden beneath the overhang there.
Dark. George, listen.
It's a loose shutter, that's all. Stone steps here have mud on the side. Roses have been watered. And mud on Christine's shoes.
But if she came down there, she would have been on the path.
Hold it. Yeah, here we are. I could feel the footprint where she stepped off the path by the top of the steps.
The heel? Oh, it's the one, all right.
Yeah.
And that must have been how she tripped and fell down that...
Yeah, they can't hear us, Angel, but they will if we go back, so... Well, it's a lovely place, all right. A little run down, maybe, but if the gardens out here were fixed up, I'm sure they... Brooksy, look out!
The shutter. Someone pushed the shutter. I almost...
Sure, that's what it was we heard.
I'm all right, George. You go on. Get up there and find out...
Shh, quiet.
But, George... From above, it's so dark. I look just like Christine. That must have been meant for
I'd never find anybody up there. There's nobody in this house but ghosts, didn't you know? Well, Angel, we're going to catch one before the ghost succeeds at murder.
Oh, yes, Mr. Valentine. I guess that's where I lost my heel, where I tripped only...
Yeah, you were coming along the path, Christine. You stepped off it, tripped, and rolled down the stone steps.
Yes.
You were out here walking with the summer house, but you didn't want anybody to know. Let's see, it was Eustace who found you. What happened? You see him coming and run for the house?
Yes, that's right. I ran.
Only why'd you step off the path?
Well, there was a shovel or a rake or something lying across the path.
Oh, I get it. Only it's not there now.
I didn't look. Mr. Valentine, I did suspect something for a long time. But I didn't know what I was looking for, or why,
or whether you could find anything back here that would show you how the ghost worked that night your aunt died.
That's what I mean. The whimpering, crying ghost, the thing with no substance that's supposed to appear and then float away. Aunt Betty told me where she expected to see it.
Mr. Valentine!
Well, listen to that, rising to the bait already.
Mr. Valentine, where have you gone?
Here, right in front of you, Miss Dowdy.
Oh, I've got to see you alone. I've got to.
Anything you have to say, you can say right in front of her, only say it fast.
It's about the ghost.
I know it's about the ghost.
Oh, it was only to impress Gifford. You've got to realize that.
Yeah, it wasn't to scare anybody, if that's what you're trying to say. I'm smart enough to figure that Ireland Betty didn't fall from her window out of fright on seeing the ghost. She wasn't the type. So if it was you who played the ghost that night, lady...
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. It was Ireland Betty. It was she herself who did it.
What?
Miss Dowdy. Yes, she did. Oh, I know it sounds crazy, but she had to. She'd never been able to locate the ghost in the house. And she had bragged. And she didn't want Professor Gifford to be disappointed. That's why I didn't want him to get the house. He might have found out.
Okay, now, slow down. All you're claiming is there isn't any ghost. Is that it? There never has been one in this house. Only why, then?
Mr. Valentine, listen to me. If Betty was out here instead of in her room, and you think she was murdered...
Of course, I know. She died before she ever got back to her room, and she was probably running just like Christine here was.
Yes, only if that's the case,
It's okay. I'll take care of everything.
Mr. Valentine.
Come on, Christine. Let's head back for the house. See you later, Miss Dowdy. Well, the whole thing's pretty simple, I guess, isn't it?
I don't understand at all, any of it.
Don't you? You understand a good deal about the ghost.
But Aunt Betty told me...
Sure. How it was supposed to look. But nobody says they've ever heard it, except you. The whimpering, the crying. Christine, were you here in the garden that night with your aunt? Is that when you thought you heard the crying?
No. No, I've really heard it. Someone else...
Were you hiding out here? Did you pretend to leave for Canada and then come back and hide and scare her? Oh, sure, you don't believe in ghosts. You knew the little old pixie'd be playing the part. So she was scared and ran, just like you did, down the path.
Mr. Valentine, stop it. You don't understand.
What's the matter? You afraid to walk down this path? Afraid you'll trip on something again? A rake that you might see when you're running, only it's so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face?
No, it wasn't a rake. I don't know what it was.
I know what it was, young lady. It wasn't anything.
Yes, it was. You're mixing me up. I know there was.
Christine, I said some crimes are simple. They are after they've happened. Because a guilty conscience does terrible, horrible things. Like stumbling over something that isn't even there, except a memory. Well, what was there when you made your old aunt fall? A rake? A string? A wire?
No. No, I didn't do it. I didn't.
Then come on, walk. Perfect accident. Ha! Not so perfect a few months after, is it? When you get so scared, you get sick. So guilty, you even try to kill someone else. Nervous little old Miss Dowdy because she's begun to be suspicious.
I didn't push that shutter.
Sure, go on, say it. Fill me in. I know it was you, all right, sister. You were the only one who thought Miss Dowdy was out walking with me. Nobody would have tried to kill Brooksy, but just by accident, Brooksy had told you that Dowdy and I were walking together.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Listen. I never believed it. They all did, but I never believed it. Crying.
What? I don't hear anything.
Yes, you can. Whimpering, a woman crying. If it's not a real person, one of those others. It has to be the ghost. Goes to the house. Listen. Hear it. There.
Yeah. Yeah, you do hear something, don't you, Christine? You're the only one who does. The unbeliever. And yet the only one who's heard anything all evening. Or ever. But hasn't it occurred to you? There never was a ghost in this house until you made one. The ghost of Ireland Betty.
You know, there's something about crisp, tangy autumn weather that makes coffee time more enjoyable than ever. And what better time than now to discover Preem? P-R-E-A-M. The delicious new way to cream coffee. In instant powdered form, Preem is made from fresh, sweet cream milk products and nothing else. Naturally, it has a rich, delicious flavor. What's more, Preem is so convenient, so economical, you'll prefer it to all other products for creaming your coffee. You see, Preem never sours, never turns. Sealed, Preem keeps indefinitely. Open for regular use, Preem stays fresh tasting to the last spoonful on your kitchen shelf or in your refrigerator. Budget-wise, Preem saves more than 1/3 the cost of coffee cream. And then, something every calorie counter should know. When you use Preem in your coffee, every cup contains only about half as many calories as if you used coffee cream. So try Preem in your coffee. P-R-E-A-M. The new way to cream it is to Preem it.
Well, Brooksy, that's what's known as getting a confession the hard way.
Oh, the poor girl's an absolute wreck.
Poor girl. She killed her aunt, didn't she?
Ireland Betty. Second cousin to a leprechaun.
Yeah.
There's the one I'd like to have known.
Yeah, the Irish. Believe in anything. Oh, Brooksy, there is one little item. You know, when I told you to go back in the house there, when I asked you to make some noises to help me get the story out of the girl?
What? Well, I never made any noises.
Huh?
Oh, well, I mean, first there were the police on the phone, and then Mr. Eustace kept following me around. I mean, you didn't think I did you? You didn't hear anything, did you? Whimpering or crying?
No, Angel. No, of course not. No, I didn't hear anything. It was just in the girl's imagination, that's all.
Tonight's adventure of George Valentine has been brought to you transcribed by Preme, the new dairy miracle in instant powdered form. Try it. You'll prefer it to all other products for creaming your coffee. For Preme is the most delicious, convenient, thrifty way to cream your coffee ever discovered. Yes, the new way to cream it is to Preme it. Let George Do It stars Olin Soule as George, and tonight Lillian Bayef appeared as Brooksy. Let George Do It is written by David Victor and Jackson Gillis and directed by J.C. Lewis. Also heard in tonight's cast were Jean Bates as Christine, Florence Ravenel as Dowdy, Betty Rubin as Gifford, and Howard Culver as Eustace. The music was composed and presented by George Wright. Tonight's performance concludes this current series. We hope you have enjoyed it. Your announcer has been George Crowell.
Welcome back. Well, a somewhat spooky end to Let George Do It. I should note that this episode was previously broadcast, even though we didn't hear it on this particular series, just because the original episode with Bob Bailey is missing. But it was originally broadcast March the 20th of 1950. And you can notice that by Jackson Gillis's name, on the script. By this time, Jackson Gillis had moved on to television, which was definitely paying a lot more. But the producers of Let George Do It, you still had the script, so reuse definitely a good option. And perhaps that's why so many of the traditional titles were ones that we have in the logs were ones that were used previously, like the pink hearse, the house that Jack built, the motif is murder, and Laura's house. All were ones that are traditionally ascribed to these last 90-some episodes that are missing, even though we don't have any logs to back it up. And it makes sense, because reusing scripts is economical. And we also heard a new Brooksy and Lillian Bayef, though the way that they made it sounds like she was joining the cast to fill in for this last episode for whoever had been playing Brooksy. And again, we don't know it. This late part of the golden age of radio, particularly with this show, is just not very well documented at all. One other piece of trivia I added when the Digital Deli was talking about the relative size of Olin Soule, is mentioned also in reference to Bob Bailey, who, despite his great voice, just did not make, was not seen as a physically imposing enough character to be able to carry the act onto television. Kind of the opposite of the problem that William Conrad ran into on Gunsmoke, where he was thought to be too fat. But a terrific voice from both actors that, you obviously didn't think, this guy's just a little too, you didn't think anything from the voice. Olin Soule, of course, for many years, voice of Batman. And it called to mind Kevin Conroy, who is kind of the modern voice most associated with Batman from his years on the Batman animated series, as well as on the Justice League series. And he also, it's funny, he has the exact same thing. He looks very skinny. You would not think, this is the guy who's an action hero, but he's got the ability and he's got that voice quality that he's just able to really sell you on Batman. So voice acting, it really is, I think, a wonderful way where people are able to as actors to overcome some of the superficiality that visual media often introduces. Well, now we turn to listener comments and feedback, and I received one regarding episode 0893, Let George Do It, The Dead of Night. I heard that, and Justin writes, I heard this on another old-time radio podcast, but it had a different name, A Key to Murder. Do you know if this episode had any alternate title, or was the episode mislabeled? Well, Justin, as far as I can tell, it was mislabeled. Again, I do on shows where the Digital Deli FTP.com, when they have a log, I kind of use that as definitive because they do a lot of research. It's a two-person operation, but when they research a show, they do their absolute best. And the title we have for that is correct. Also, we received a couple of comments on our little soiree into detective science fiction, airing an episode of X-1. That also really was a detective story in sci-fi setting. Joan emails in, I enjoyed X-1 Protective Mimicry. Very interesting. I like slapstick comedy, so I could just imagine him walking into a tree or bouncing off one. I could just see it happening. I like the part about his rubber stuck in the mud and his comment about them and how much women will pay for mud baths while he was walking through it. If he didn't watch it himself, he could be stuck in the mud along with his rubbers. This is really a comedy. Thank you for sharing this with us. It is a gem, and I've played it a few times now. I believe I found a new series to listen to if they are all like this one. Well, thanks so much for your comment, Joan. And it definitely had that comedic element going for it. It was not an episode that took itself seriously. I will say that not all episodes of X-1 or its companion series, Dimension X, are as lighthearted as that. Certainly a lot of it's classic science fiction, so there's a lot of weird situations. But there was also at that time, concerns about the future of humanity. And, Zero Hour, of course, is one of their very early scripts, and there's not a whole lot of humor in that, but there are some funny episodes, and it's one that's definitely worth listening. And when I have the opportunity on the premium site, because for both the premium site and app, I try to play episodes of our stars in programs that aren't detective shows, so you can kind of see the depths of their talent. And so when I happen across an X-1 or Dimension X with one of our actors in it, I definitely have a strong tendency and desire to want to play that for you. All right, well, that will do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with Sherlock Holmes. This, of course, our last episode of Let George Do It. Really, it's been a wonderful series. A lot of variety, a lot of twists, a lot of turns. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have, or even more than that. We will be back next Wednesday with the third and fourth part of next week's Johnny Dollar Mystery, which will have Bob Bailey back on Wednesday. Well, before we do get started, I do want to let you know that we have a new book out. This one's called Fly Another Day. It's a sequel to Tales of the Dim Night, the superhero comedy novel released in 2010. This is like I say, this is a sequel where we follow the further adventures of Powerhouse as he tries to make a lasting difference in our city and runs into many obstacles, including cynical CEOs and robotic lawyers. It's available now for $9.99 in paperback or $3.49 for the Kindle. Now it's time for today's episode of Sherlock Holmes, The Adventure of the Gaslighter's Ball.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, with Sir John Gielgud as Sherlock Holmes and Sir Ralph Richardson as our storyteller, Dr. James Watson.
I want to tell you this humble tale of poor Miss Sutherland, of the Duchess of Devonshire hat and the grey feather boa. Holmes solved her problem by sheer deduction, without moving once from Baker Street. So now I ask you to come back with me to those old chambers of ours on an early spring evening long ago when we sat smoking contentedly together on either side of a cheerful fire. What is it, Holmes? What are you looking at?
A client, if I'm not mistaken, Watson. There, do you see her down there in the street? Coming up towards our front door.
What, the young woman with the big hat?
Fidgeting nervously on the pavement. I've seen those symptoms before.
And what does fidgeting on the pavement mean, pray?
Usually an affaire du coeur, Watson. She'd like some advice, no doubt, but she isn't now quite sure that the matter isn't rather too delicate for her to reveal after all. But now she plunges like a swimmer leaving the bank.
Oh, my soul, Holmes, you really are impossible. I suppose you can find some further influence from the very ringing of the bell.
Of course. Even there one may discriminate. A bell may be rung in 100 different ways. On this occasion we may take it that there is a love matter, but that somewhat sizable maiden isn't so much angry as perplexed or grieved.
Holmes.
Will you kindly admit her, my dear fellow, and then we can resolve our doubts?
Of course. I'm all eagerness.
Good evening. May I see Mr. Sherlock Holmes, sir?
Yes, certainly. And the name, please?
Miss Mary Sutherland.
Oh, come in, Miss Sutherland. This is Mr. Holmes. I'm his friend and partner. Miss Mary Sutherland, Holmes.
Miss Sutherland, good evening. Do sit down.
Good evening.
Don't you find that with your short sight it's a little trying to do so much typewriting?
Well, I did at first, sir, but I got... Mr. Holmes, you must have heard of me. How did you know that?
It's my business to know things. Otherwise, why should you come to consult me? This gentleman here is Dr. Watson, by the by. You can rely entirely upon his discretion.
Thank you, sir. You see, I came because I'd heard of you, Mr. Holmes. I knew you helped people who were in trouble.
And what trouble are you in, Miss Sutherland?
Oh, sir, I'd give anything if you could solve it for me. I'm not rich, Mr. Holmes, but I've still got 100 or 2 in my own right. I'd give it all to know what's become of Mr. Angel.
We can discuss the financial aspect later, Miss Sutherland. But tell me, why did you come away to consult me in such a very great hurry?
What? You know that too, Mr. Holmes.
No doubt Dr. Watson understands how I know it, eh, Watson?
Oh, Holmes, don't rub it in. I gather it's true, Miss Sutherland?
Yes, sir. I did bang out of the house, rather. Mr. Windybank took it all that easy somehow. Wouldn't go to the police or anything. So I just donned my things and came right away to you, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Windybank, you said?
Yes. He's my father.
Surely your stepfather, Miss Sutherland, since the name's different.
That's right. Seems funny, don't it? Because I call him father, and he's only really 5 years older than I am.
Indeed. And your mother's still alive.
Oh, yes. Of course, I don't mind saying, Mr. Holmes, that I wasn't best pleased when she married again, particularly so soon after Father's death, and a man that was nearly 15 years younger than she was.
You mentioned having a little income of your own.
My Uncle Ned in Auckland left it me. It's in stock or some such, and I can only touch the interest, which is about 100 a year.
A gratifying sum for a single girl, Miss Sutherland.
Well, Mr. Holmes, I really don't feel I need it much, you know. So I let Mr. Windybank, that's father, I let him draw it for me, and he gives some of it to Mother and keeps the rest. Kind of makes me feel I'm not a drain on them living at home. Mm-hmm. I can make my tuppence a sheet from my typewriting, see?
Quite so.
But, Mr. Holmes, I'm so worried. If only you could help me find Mr. Angel.
Well, let's first hear all about his disappearance. What is his full name, may I ask?
Hosmer Angel. I used to think it was such a nice name. You see, I met him at the Gasfitter's ball.
Miss Sutherland, may I?
Oh, Mr. Angel. Again? It's the 6th dance you've asked me for, Mr. Angel.
Maybe I might ask for another one, too, before it's done, Miss Sutherland. Maybe another 2.
There only are another 2, Mr. Angel.
Well, then. Maybe I might even ask to call on you tomorrow, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Angel.
Couldn't you call me Hosmer?
husband.
Mary. Lovely floor, Mary.
Lovely husband.
Lovely band, Mary.
Lovely, husband. I wish it could go on and on forever, husband. Just on and on forever. On and on. And in a kind of way it did, you see, Mr. Holmes. Because I used to meet him for walks in the dark evenings. And we'd talk and talk about the ball and the way he'd taken me for all those dances.
Most interesting, I'm sure. And when your stepfather came back from France?
Well, it had to end then, of course, because Father didn't like young men at the house. But then he went away again, you see.
Ah.
So Hosmer used to come as before.
And did he write to you in the intervals?
Oh, yes. And so did I. I brought his letters with me, Mr. Holmes. There you are. I thought you might manage to find one of your famous clues in them.
Well, I've no doubt I may, Miss Sutherland. Thank you so much. And then?
He asked me to marry him, Mr. Holmes.
Aha.
With your stepfather's consent, of course, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, no, sir. Mr. Winterbank would never have given it. After he'd gone to France, Hosmer came to the house one night in dreadful earnest and made me swear with my hands on the testament that I'd always be true to him, whatever happened. He said, could we be married before Father came back from his latest trip? And I said yes. And Mother was all right, too. She was on our side, and so...
Well, Miss Sutherland?
It was all arranged for last Friday, very quietly at St. Saviour's near King's Cross. Oh, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, now, please, calm yourself, Miss Sutherland. Watson, your handkerchief, perhaps, if you'd be so good.
Yes. Very well, my dear. There.
Thank you, gentlemen. You're very kind. You see, Hosmer came for Mother and me in a hansom, and he put us both into it. Then he got into a four-wheeler because it was the only other cab in the street. And when we got to the church, Mr. Holmes...
The cab was empty.
Mr. Holmes, how did you guess? Oh, it's true, Doctor. He just disappeared.
Good heavens.
And I've never seen him since. I'm so afraid for him.
Seems to me that you've been most shamefully treated, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, no, sir, no. Hosmer was good and kind. Something dreadful's happened to him. I know he'd never forsake me of his own will. You must find him, Mr. Holmes.
Well, I'll do my best, Miss Sutherland. I'll most certainly do my very best. You can let me have a description of Mr. Angel, can't you?
Well, I put an advertisement in the papers the other day. There it is, Mr. Holmes. You'll find it there.
Ah, yes, thank you. Dark whiskers, unusually soft voice.
We'd had the quinsy when he was young, and it left him with a weak throat.
I see. And his address?
I never knew it.
Well, what about the letters you exchanged?
I used to write to the post office in Leadenhall Street, marked to be called for.
Ah, and his letters to you are unheaded, I see. Very well, Miss Sutherland. You've made your statement very well, very clearly, and I shall certainly do all I possibly can for you. You'll leave me your address, won't you, so that I can get in touch with you?
Oh, here it is, sir. In my bag. I wrote it down before I left.
Splendid.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. You've been so kind.
Not at all.
Good
Goodbye.
day, sir. Good day, Dr. Watson.
Good day, my dear. Oh, Holmes, what a sad story. Have you a theory?
No doubt I shall have, Watson. We must think. Will you have a pinch of snuff?
Huh? Oh, thanks. I say, what a magnificent box. Old gold with an amethyst.
Yes. Oh, of course, I forgot to tell you, Watson. It arrived this morning by special messenger while you were out. A little souvenir from the King of Bohemia in return for my assistance in the case of the Irene Adler papers.
Holmes. From the glories of Bohemia to the Gasfitter's ball, from the courts of Europe to poor Mary Sutherland.
Poor Mary Sutherland. Yes, poor indeed, my dear Watson. Once long ago, at the time when we first met, in the Milverton case, I said I think that there were crimes that weren't crimes in any recognized sense.
What, is this one of them? You mean you've solved it, Holmes?
Well, I have a glimmering, at least. A glimmering, my dear fellow. Pass me my violin, will you? It only remains to think for a little, Watson. It only remains to think.
Capital snuff, this capital.
Bless you, my dear fellow.
had, as it happened, a professional case of my own of some gravity at the time, and I had to spend all that night and all the next day at the bedside of my patient. But I confess that during the long, dark watches, my thoughts went back and back to Miss Sutherland and her problem. For all the preposterous hat and the vacuous face, there'd been something rather touching in the simple faith of that unusual visitor of ours. At last, however, I found myself free with my patient out of danger. I hurried to Baker Street. There was Holmes, half asleep in his armchair and half invisible through the fumes from his pipe. A formidable array of bottles and test tubes told me that he'd spent the day in one of the chemical experiments that was so dear to him. Well, my dear Holmes. Wake up, old fellow. Have you solved it?
Hey, what? Oh, it's you, Watson. What's the matter?
Well, I mean the mystery, Holmes. Miss Sutherland.
What? Oh, sit down, my dear Watson. You seem quite agitated.
Well, it's absurd, I know, but I just can't get that girl out of my mind, poor thing. Such an idiotic problem, somehow.
It was never a problem at all, my dear fellow. You'll find a parallel case in Andover in 77 if you consult my index, and there was something of the same sort at The Hague only last year. The idea is really quite old, you know.
Well, I'll confess it's new to me, at least, whatever it is.
Well, it has one or two unusual features, perhaps, which aren't without interest. Oh, I'm awake now. I'm sorry. Pour yourself some whiskey and soda, my dear Watson, and let me give you a little lesson in observation while we're waiting.
Waiting? For what? For whom?
For someone who may help us to lay our hands on that missing Hosmer angel. The only drawback is that even when we do find him, I'm afraid there isn't any law that can touch the scoundrel.
What puzzles me were his motives. The girl said herself there was no question of money. If he'd even married her first and then deserted her, I'd have understood it better.
You seem to be singularly interested in the technique of matrimonial desertion, my dear Watson.
My dear fellow, I'm only intrigued by the mystery.
Quite so. Yes, you might pour me a whiskey too, will you?
Oh, sorry.
We must take first things first, Watson. We must consider the fair damsel in some detail.
I did try to notice one or two things about her.
Excellent. For example?
Well, that one of her gloves was worn through at the right forefinger, for instance. And they'd been good gloves to start with. So I guessed that she was fairly well-to-do in a kind of jolly, easy-going way, a bit careless and so forth. I mean, before she told us about her 100 a year.
Admirable. You progress, Watson. Nothing else about the worn glove?
No, I can't say there was particularly. Oh, but I did see the little dents of the pince-nez marks on either side of her nose. I wasn't quite as surprised as she was when you told her she was short-sighted.
Splendid, my dear fellow. And the typewriting, of course, and the fact that she'd come to see us in a great hurry, you perceived all that naturally.
No, not a bit of it. You had me there, I'm afraid.
Well, then let me give you a golden hint, Watson. Always look at a woman's sleeve first. With a man, it's perhaps better to take the knees of his trousers.
But I did look at her sleeve, a kind of purple plush.
Exactly, and there's hardly a better material for showing traces. The double line a little above the wrist was most beautifully defined, just where the typist presses against the table, of course.
Oh, come, Holmes. There must be dozens of other activities where the same thing happened.
What, for instance?
Well, a sewing machine, say, of the hand type.
Well done. That leaves an exactly similar mark, but only on the left arm, my dear fellow, and on the side of it furthest from the thumb, not right across the broadest part, as it was in this case.
All right, you win. But the hurry she'd come in.
After the sleeve, the boots, Watson.
Well, I did glance at her feet.
Yes, to consider the trim turn of her ankle, no doubt. Whereas I observed that her boots, although very similar, didn't match. And that one was buttoned only in the two lower buttons out of the 5, and the other only at the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, showing plainly
that she dressed quickly, except that it could also illustrate my own point from the gloves. That she was easygoing and careless.
The gloves confirmed the haste, not the carelessness. What you didn't notice, Watson, was that both the glove and the finger through it were slightly stained with violet ink. So she'd written something before leaving home, but after being fully dressed to go out. She'd written in a hurry and dipped her pen too deep, and it must indeed have been on this very morning, or else the mark wouldn't have been so clear.
That was the address she wrote down and gave us from her bag.
Exactly.
Well, I give you best again, Holmes.
Thank you. It was all quite elementary. You know, you're really an excellent fellow, Watson.
Indeed, and why, pray?
Why, to put up with me as you do when I'm so unbearably priggish.
Well, let's get back to the missing bridegroom, Holmes.
The redoubtable Hosmer angel. Very well, then. And about him, Watson.
Well,
I'm afraid I can tell you practically nothing at all beyond what you can read yourself from the girl's description in the advertisement and from what his own letters imply.
The description's commonplace enough.
It isn't without some points of interest, however. Just read it.
About 5'7". Bushy black side whiskers, moustache, tinted glasses, unusually soft voice. Hardly much there, I'd say.
And the letters to Miss Sutherland?
Singularly trite in sentiment.
Except that he quotes Balzac once. Anything else?
Well, they're typewritten.
Splendid, Watson, which in itself is hardly notable, perhaps except that...
The signature's typewritten, too. Now, that is strange.
Just so. And here, if I'm not mistaken, is the visitor I was expecting.
Not Hosmer Angel himself, Holmes?
James Windybank, the girl's father, Watson, or rather stepfather. It's always as well to do business with male relatives in cases like this. I wrote to him immediately and had a reply to say that he'd call on us at 6:30 this evening. Will you kindly let him in?
Yes, of course.
Shall I describe him to you, Watson, before he knocks?
But how can you? You've never seen him.
Nevertheless, you will find him tallish, clean-shaven, somewhat loud-voiced, and with a pair of wonderfully penetrating eyes. You'll see, Watson. Here he comes. Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Good heavens.
Come in, Mr. Windybank. My colleague here, Dr. Watson, seems a little stunned by your appearance. I really can't think why.
Well, I think it's a bit thick, Mr. Holmes. I really can't apologize, see?
Why, what for, Mr. Windybank? Do sit down, won't you?
Oh, that girl of mine, my stepdaughter, troubling you with all this.
On the contrary, it's been no trouble at all.
Well, Mary's very excitable and impulsive, see? She would come to you.
Well, why not? It's what I'm here for.
Well, it's nice to have these family troubles made public, you know. Besides, it's just a useless expense. How could you possibly find this scoundrel, Hosmer Angel?
But I have every reason to believe that I have found him, Mr. Windybank.
What? Well, I'm delighted to hear it.
I thought you would be. Watson, do come and join us. Sit down, my dear fellow. Don't stand staring there now. Let me tell you both a little story.
A story, Holmes?
A fairy story, prefaced by some remarks, perhaps, on the typewriter and its relationship to crime.
Look here, what's all this about?
Now, no two typewriters are quite alike, you know, Mr. Windybank. They are, in fact, as distinctive as handwriting to the expert eye. Now, in these groups of letters I have before me, you'll notice the broken E's and the R that has lost its serif. Interesting, Mr. Windybank?
What's all this fantastic talk? If you can catch this Hosmer Angel, catch him. Let me know when you've done it.
Certainly. Watson, will you lock the door, please?
What? Lock it?
Mr. Windybank, I have caught Hosmer Angel.
Where? How do you mean?
Well, come. This won't do. It really won't. It's only too clear.
Confound you, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. It isn't actionable.
No, I'm very much afraid that it isn't. But between ourselves, it was about as mean a trick as I ever met in my life.
Well, I say, Holmes, what's all this about? What do you mean?
I mean, Watson, that my fairy story is about a wicked stepfather who had 100 a year only so long as his wife's daughter stayed with him. He was terrified lest she'd get married someday. So he begins by denying her any form of entertainment where she might possibly meet personable young men. And when he discovers that won't work forever...
He becomes a personable young man himself, upon my soul.
Just so, with the connivance of his wife, who seems to be as mean as he is, he adopts characteristics exactly opposite to his own. A soft voice, tinted glasses to cover his bright eyes, meets her only in the dark.
It's a joke. It was only a joke at first.
Oh, really, was it? To make a fool of that poor, simple girl, win her confidence and her love, make her swear on the testament that she'd always be true to you, and then, when your own continual visits to France became too much trouble, to take her to the very door of the church, Mr. Windybank, and then conveniently disappear by that old trick of stepping into one door of a four-wheeler and out of the other.
By Jove, Holmes.
You sicken me, Windybank. Why, you knew perfectly well she'd never forget that one romance of hers. You knew she was tied to you for at least 10 years to come by the tragedy of Hosmer Angel's disappearance. And all for the sake of £100 a year, you greedy wretch.
All right. It may be so or it may not. But it's you that's breaking the law and not me. As long as you keep that door locked, you'll hear so open to an action for illegal restraint.
Unlock it, Watson. No, the law can't touch you, Windybank. You're quite right there. But if that poor girl, Mary Sutherland, had a brother or a friend, he ought to lay a horsewhip across your miserable shoulders. By Jove, I've half a mind to...
So have I, Holmes. Confound it. Here's my hunting crop.
No, you can't. Here, let go of me. Take it out of me. You.
Let him go, Watson. He really isn't worth a charge for assault.
Upon my life, the fellow positively made me ill, Holmes. Of all the scoundrelly tricks.
Just so, my dear fellow. I suspected it from the start, of course. And when I got his letter confirming our appointment tonight...
Typed, of course.
On the very machine that Angel's letters have been written on, to disguise his own handwriting, which she'd have known, of course. What a cowardly trick, eh, Watson?
Oh, but Mary Holmes, Miss Sutherland, what are you going to say to her?
I've decided, Watson, that this is a case in which I shall have to disappoint my client. What can one tell her? If I gave her the truth, she wouldn't believe it. There's a Persian saying, there is danger for him who taketh the tiger cub, and danger also for whoso snatches a delusion from a woman. We must leave poor Mary with her memory of Hosmer.
And so ended the tragedy of the Gasfitter's Ball.
Lovely floor, Mary.
Lovely, Hosmer.
Lovely band, Mary.
Lovely, Hosmer. I wish it could go on and on forever, Hosmer. Just on and on forever. On and on.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, based on the original stories of File with a by Sidney Torch. Sir Ralph Richardson played the part of Dr. Watson, and Sir John Holmes. The program was produced by Stories.
Welcome back. Well, this one followed pretty close to the book's version of A Case of Identity, which it leaves with a kind of a downbeat ending. To me, it seems like there had to be something to charge them with, if nothing else, fraud. This tends to be, along with Valley of Fear, one of my least favorite endings to a Sherlock Holmes story. But well performed. I think Gielgud and Richardson just did a fantastic job with the script. All right, well, now we turn to listener comments and feedback. And we have a new review on the Apple iTunes app. Listener SCYLLACAT writes, "Of course, I love the show and the app works great." And over on the website, Justin comments, "Keep up the good work. I love this podcast." Thank you so much for your comments and support. That will actually do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and then join us next Thursday for another episode of Sherlock Holmes. In the meanwhile, your comments are appreciated. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I especially want to thank Robert for sending along a donation. It is truly appreciated, and we'll send him access to our premium site, as we do with all donations of $7 or more. Well, we're going to play a somewhat different episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is not the beginning of the Bob Bailey run. Bob Bailey was not the only actor considered for bringing Johnny Dollar back to the air. It was canceled at the end of the 1953-54 radio season. CBS really did want to have a adult 15-minute daily serial mystery. And they tried a couple of programs by the time that they did air Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. In summer of 1954, they tried taking Mr. King, Tracer of Lost Persons, which began in 1937 as a 15-minute-a-day serial, and trying to restore it to that format. That didn't last long, and later on that year, they also tried it with Mr. and Mrs. North. In addition, they recorded a Jack Moyles audition to bring Rocky Jordan back as a 15-minute-a-day program. None of these efforts were successful, but they didn't stop trying. And so, in addition to considering Bob Bailey, they also considered Gerald Moore. Radio fans will best remember Gerald Moore in his role as Philip Marlowe, which critics and fans alike absolutely loved from 1948 to 50, and then returned for a summer replacement run in 1951. Moore had turned to television. He'd taken a lead role on the series Foreign Intrigue, but that had ended at the conclusion of the 1954-55 season. His work would slow down a little bit, and I guess that left open the possibility of doing a radio program. Today's episode is called The Transpacific Matter, and it's based on an Edmund O'Brien script that was also done by John Lunn, and back in 1952, CBS had also considered doing a 5-part serial. What we're going to get is acting for part 1 and part 5 of the series. So you're going to miss a little bit of the plot, but nothing's being cut out. It just wasn't recorded. So here now, in what might have been Gerald Moore as Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar in The Transpacific Matter.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Gerald Moore as Johnny Dollar.
Al Harper at Corinthian, Johnny.
Hi, Al.
I've got a case here you won't like, but the commission will be good if we beat it.
How big is the policy?
$200,000.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm afraid to tell you the rest.
Why?
It's in Hong Kong.
Oh, you haven't scared me yet.
Johnny, the policyholders are people we've had trouble with before.
I'm still not scared.
No? You remember the Transpacific Import-Export Office?
Yeah. I sent flowers to the widow.
Yeah. You still want to crack at it?
No, but I will.
Good.
Al.
Yeah?
Now I'm scared.
Tonight and every weekday night, Gerald Moore in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Corinthian Liability and Risk, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Transpacific matter. Item 1, plane fare to Hong Kong. Over the bobbing head of my rickshaw boy, I found Hong Kong to be a city without simplicity, overburdened with the tragic complexities of war. To fill the smallest want is a difficult and expensive task. There's a shortage of everything: food, water, health, places to live. Both the island itself and the city of Kowloon over on the mainland were loaded with refugees from the interior, many of them lining the streets wailing for alms as we made our way to the offices of the American consulate.
Yes, it is true. Life is very difficult here.
Now, where are they all going, Miss...
Where is there for them to go?
What do they do? How do they stay alive?
Many of them don't. So many of them. It is not like this in your America?
No.
Has it ever been?
Well, there was a civil war once. Books say that at times it was pretty bad.
But not like this.
Oh, never.
Louisa.
Yes, Mr. Grover.
Would you ask Mr. Dollar to step in, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Grover.
I got it, thanks.
Well, Hartford, Connecticut, huh? Come in, Mr. Dollar.
How are you, Mr. Grover?
Sit down, sit down.
Thanks.
That's right. Insurance investigation, huh?
Yeah.
Well, now, what's your errand and what can the consulate do for you?
Well, I'm here to investigate a claim filed by Transpacific Import-Export Company.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, Will Meadows' firm was destroyed by fire last month.
100%. Or rather, $200,000 worth to my company. Do you know this William Meadows, Mr. Grover?
Oh, I've met him at the American Club now and then. That's about all. Insurance investigators are hired
when the company isn't satisfied with something about the claim. On this one, the fire was blamed on vandalism.
Well, vandalism's become quite a popular pastime, across in Kowloon especially. Do you suspect some sort of fraud?
Frankly, we do. Transpacific once had a branch in Shanghai. When the war closed in on them, their warehouse was burned to the ground, just like this one here.
Oh, I see.
It occurred to some of the people in my home office that Transpacific did much better by collecting on the insurance than if they'd gone through the expense of liquidating.
Ah. I suppose coincidence won't quite do it, will it? Well, now, how can I help you?
Well, I'd appreciate some phone calls or letters that would give me support from the fire department and the police.
Yes, of course you would.
I don't suppose my problem seems very important out here.
I was thinking that very thing. You know, it's always the case, Mr. Dollar. On the fringe of war, very few individual problems seem really important. Nor the individuals themselves. I trust you'll keep that in mind.
I'll try to.
Getting help, even time, from the police or fire brigade is one of those individual problems. But I'll do what I can for you.
Anything will help, Mr. Grover. I won't take any more of your time.
Oh, be sure to leave your number with my girl. I'll let you know about the official assistance.
Well, I came right here from the airport. I don't have a number yet.
Oh. No hotel?
No. Pretty tough?
As a matter of fact, almost impossible. The accidental places are always filled. I tell you, speak with my receptionist, Miss Vedras.
Is that her name? Vedras?
Yes. Her father's half Portuguese, owns a small hotel. He might have accommodations.
Good, I'll ask her. Thanks again.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, just a matter of interest.
Yeah?
The case of Transpacific Import in Shanghai. You say your company was forced to meet the claim there?
That's right.
Was it investigated?
The investigator they sent over was killed before he could build a case. Miss Vedras arranged for accommodations at her father's place on a dingy street called Sing Wang. A hill of steps along the waterfront overshadowed by the plush European mansions on the top of Victoria Peak. I had a room that looked out on an alley. Iron bed, a chair, a pitcher of water on a bamboo table. I was the only non-Oriental in the building. And I seemed to be the only one to notice it. The first night I suffered from a combination of claustrophobia and loneliness. Feelings that made me glad to find out who it was that knocked at my door. Well, hello.
Mr. Grover asked me to tell you he has contacted a man named Harrison. He's at the fire control office.
Oh?
Mr. Grover also asked me to tell you that Mr. Harrison will see you tomorrow morning.
Good. Won't you come in? Come on in.
Thank you. Are you comfortable?
Thanks to you, this is fine. I don't have much to offer you. Cigarette, scotch, Miss Vedras?
I'm very curious.
About what?
Why you are here?
Oh. Well, it's business, if that's what you mean. But it's better kept confidential.
Is there danger in this business?
Why do you ask that?
Because you were followed and you are being watched.
How do you know?
Oh, I know Sing Wong Street. I have seen this man before, but not here.
Where is he?
Perhaps you can see him from the window. You see that shop on the other side where the boxes are piled near the door?
Yeah. Say you've seen him, huh? Where?
I cannot remember that. I have just seen him.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no need to worry. There won't be any trouble.
You seem very sure of that.
I have the advantage. He doesn't know I know he's there. Thanks for telling me about him.
Perhaps you know who he is.
No. I didn't think anybody knew I was in town.
You will just let it go on, this watching?
No, there's not much choice. Let's talk about something else, huh? What's that song?
Oh, it's a love song. About two lonely people who meet near a river.
Oh? In America, the songs are a little different.
Yes, I know. I like them.
Do you know many Americans?
Oh, yes. At the consulate office, I see them all the time. I want to marry one.
I'd say he was a very lucky American.
No, you don't understand. I don't mean there is only one. I want to marry an American who will take me away from China. There is no other way.
Do you hate it that much?
There's nothing else to do but hate it. There is no good here, always trouble. The Chinese are a patient people, but I am not all Chinese. And I cannot make myself be patient any longer. I want to go to America where people thrive on impatience. You know, I think from what I have seen that Americans are the most impatient people in all the world.
Yeah, that's right. They say we kill ourselves that way, heart and stomach.
Oh, no, you live longer and better.
What about your Portuguese people?
They are gone. You think I'm wrong to be this way?
No, I didn't say that. I hope you find your American, Miss Vedras.
You want me to go now?
I think you better. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Good night.
Three things interfered with sleep that night. The pleading in the eyes of the girl. The smells and sounds that drifted into my room from the restless, crowded city. And the watcher who was still at his station across the street when I turned out my light. Yeah, the toughest part of this case was that failure in Shanghai where the agent had been killed. It was a pretty sobering memory. And for that reason, every face on Singwang Street was a suspicious one. Every group of Hong Kong Chinese were potential assassins, with my watcher across the street the first to be reckoned with. Well, gun in hand, eyes on the street. I fell asleep that night watching him. In the morning, there was a different man in his place. I was followed to the office of Harrison, chief of the fire brigade, who had developed couldn't see me after all. So with time on my hands, I decided to talk to William Meadows, head of Transpacific, the firm I'd come to investigate.
Oh, yes, mister?
Mr. Meadows at home?
Oh, yes, sir. You give name, please?
Who is it, Lim?
American gentleman.
My name is Dollar, Mr. Meadows. I'm from Corinthian Liability, Hartford office.
Let him in.
You coming, please?
What did you say your name was?
Dollar.
What's the matter with that company anyway? Didn't the adjuster send in his report? What are you doing here?
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Meadows. This doesn't have to be
They
unpleasant.
sit back there in Hartford with nothing to worry about but Sunday's golf game. They don't know a thing about the conditions we're working under.
Well, I do know your fire here pretty much follows the pattern of the one in Shanghai.
Of course it does. The conditions are the same.
Including the, quote, starving refugees, unquote, who killed and robbed the investigator?
Careless people are dying here every day. It can happen pretty easy. Now say what you have to say and get out of here.
It's very little, Mr. Meadows. I came here mainly to get my reaction to you. I have. You jumped to the conclusion you were under suspicion before I got through that door. You're on the defensive, so you gotta have a reason to be.
Show him out, Lynn.
You come now, Mr.
Now, wait a minute. More important, you're having me followed. You gotta be afraid of me.
Please,
Hold
Mr.
on,
Dollar.
hold on. I'm not afraid of you, Dollar, or what you might find or what you might try to do. My warehouse burnt down here, and that dandy little company of yours is going to pay the claim. True, I don't like your snooping around. I don't like you coming here like this, and you know it. No man would. And that's the biggest parcel of information you'll get from me.
And I'll go elsewhere.
Good idea. Have your dreams, Dollar, but have them someplace else. Go snoop through the ashes. Mainly, just get out of here.
Now, Mr. Dollar.
I can find the door. Two things came out of that conversation with William Meadows. First, a reasonable platform to build a strong suspicion on. Second, what Meadows was really saying was, this is my town and I run things and anybody who gets in my way can get hurt. A real nice situation. I'd been threatened and I was being followed. Expense account item 2. $7 for a bottle of scotch. I rickshawed back to my hotel, locked myself in, and took up my vigil by the window. Yeah, same man watching from across the street. Same kind of night. In a city where life was supposedly so cheap, mine began to grow expensive.
Now, here is our star, Gerald Moore, to tell you about tomorrow's episode.
Thanks. Tomorrow night, a complicated lesson in how to get shot at by your best friend and like it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced in Hollywood. Written by E. Jack Newman and Gil Dowd, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for another exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. George Walsh speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network. From Hollywood, it's time now for Gerald Moore as...
Johnny Dollar.
Superintendent Clyde here. You telephoned?
Yeah, I got a bird in my room who's ready to sing.
Sing? Are you holding someone prisoner?
I just scalped a two-bit thug that William Meadows had on me. The next one on my list is Meadows himself.
I warn you, Dollar, any illegal action will be answered for here at headquarters.
Does that work all the way around?
What?
Send out a wagon and pick this baby up. He was carrying a knife and a gun. When I bopped him, he tried to kill me.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I'll come at once.
Tonight and every weeknight, Gerald Moore in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Fifth day in Hong Kong. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Corinthian Liability and Risk, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of additional expenses during my investigation of the Transpacific arson case. And it is arson, I'm sure of it. Item 14. $7. Wreckage of bamboo curtains in my hotel room during scuffle with thug who had murder in his eye. A tough-looking Oriental in a suit that was too big in the shoulders. Not so tough without his killing equipment.
Dollar.
Not so fast, buddy. We got business. Okay, who sent you? Meadows?
Yes, Meadows.
That's better. Now, let's have the rest of it, including burning down a warehouse to collect...
Just a moment, Mr. Dollar. Just one moment. What's going on here?
I'm trying to find out, Mr. Clyde.
Well, that's enough. Wilson, take Mr. Dollar's gun.
Not mine, his. I took it from him.
Nevertheless.
All right, here.
Well, now. This is the man you apprehended? Penlew?
You know him?
I've seen him.
Well, you know his name, and I know he works for Meadows, and that he's been following me and tried to kill me. It ought to be enough for you to go to work on.
One thing at a time, Mr. Dollar. Are you sure this man is in the employ of William Meadows?
He just told me.
Under duress?
Sure, I'd arrest him. I'd arrest anybody with that kind of equipment, wouldn't you?
Now, calm down, old boy.
A warehouse is burned to the ground. A girl is killed. There's an attempted murder, and you say calm down.
I repeat it, calm down. All right, men, you take him to headquarters. We'll see what he has to say about all this.
Why don't we see right here?
And then, if you can throw any light on the matter, we'll proceed further.
Ooh, I don't get you.
The department and I have stood for all of the badgering we will from you, Mr. Dollar. Your case of arson against William Meadows consists of nothing but notarized statements from people who could have said almost anything. Their accusations with regard to the murder of that poor girl do bear consideration. But they are also very inconclusive.
And you haven't done anything about it either.
We do things our way, Mr. Dollar. in spite of your insurance company.
Well, what about him, that Penn Lou?
Well, he'll be questioned, most thoroughly. Then we shall proceed, or drop the whole matter.
Really? Well, I'm proceeding right now.
Yes, I heard you on the phone. You said you were going to get Meadows.
I'm going to get a confession from him.
Mr. Dollar, I checked on you as an investigator quite thoroughly.
Thank you.
You have a reputation in your United States, an enviable one. I can't disregard that. But I cannot disregard either the fact that this case is very complex and must be investigated cautiously. Now, we'll question this man in our way and for our reasons. Then I'll let you know the results.
Well, what about my case?
That will come out eventually.
I didn't have to call you, but I did, because I thought at least you'd be convinced that now's the time to get Meadows and help me. I can see I was wrong.
Wait 1 moment. Where are you going?
Out.
Mr. Dollar, I have no reason to arrest you right now, but I will if you do anything out of line. I will be contacting you, and I suggest that you wait here.
I didn't wait. Expense account item 15. $48 American for rental on 1935 Packard. I got tired of rickshaws. Had a hard time driving through the Hong Kong streets. Anybody would. It was still jammed with humanity. Humanity on the verge of panic. Humanity living on the edge of a war. And I'll say this for the old Packard. The horn worked beautifully. And hardly anybody paid any attention to it. It took me a solid hour to get to the south part of town where Meadows lived. Meadows! Meadows, open up! Somebody open up or I'll shoot the lock off.
Who is it?
Open this door. Hurry it up.
Wait. Oh. Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Where's Meadows?
Mr. Meadows, he not here. You come back next week. Please, you wait. Mr. Meadows not here, I tell you.
Close the door.
But, Mr. Meadows, he not here.
Meadows!
Eh? Not here. You come back.
Where is
he? He say come back next week. You come back next week. He'll see you then. Now you go, please.
If you know where he is, tell me.
You come back next week.
Now listen, I don't want to hurt you. Do you understand?
No, not hurt.
But I will hurt plenty if I don't find out where he is. It's important. Now tell me. Where is he?
He say not to tell anybody.
Tell me.
He go Kowloon.
Kowloon, huh?
Yes. You'll find him there.
And you go with me. And if he's not there, then I hurt.
Oh.
I'll try again. Where is he?
All right. I tell you. Repulse Bay.
What'd you say?
Repulse Bay.
Repulse Bay. That's on the other side of the island where the big hotel is?
Yes. Yes, he there.
Can I call him on the telephone?
Yes. Yes, you call.
Is he at the hotel?
He got a cottage, number 7. Last one.
Where's the telephone?
Please, you not tell how you learned he there, please.
Where's the telephone?
Here. Telephone.
Call the number, I'll talk. Now go ahead.
Repulse Bay Hotel.
Mr. Meadow Cottage, please.
1 moment.
Okay, give it to me.
Hello?
You see? I tell truth, he there.
Yeah, you did fine.
You go see?
Yeah.
No tell.
No tell. But it won't make any difference now.
Not understand, Mr. Dollar.
You will. The old Packard got me there in 40 minutes. I was already in front of the cottage 7 when the police cars slid to a quiet stop. Superintendent Clyde spotted me.
Just a moment, Dollar. We came here not because of what you said, but to see to it that nothing happens that might better be prevented.
Thank you.
You telephoned that houseboy of Meadows. He called us and said that you'd been there. You're a hot-headed, impetuous... No, this time you happen to be right. About Penlew.
Huh?
Penlew admitted that he'd been hired by Meadows to kill you. We took time to check his gun. Although he didn't admit that part, it's the same gun that killed Louisa Vedras.
Louisa.
But it isn't clear. Why would Meadows have her killed?
Don't you see? They killed her thinking it was me.
What?
Well, Louisa and I got to know each other pretty well during the first days I was here. It's been a bad job for the nerves, what with the murder of the man who investigated Meadows in Shanghai, and... Now, she got me a room at her father's hotel. She was there when I came back after a pretty bad day. I knew somebody was following me, and I guess I needed somebody to be with. So she stayed a while. She was there the next night waiting for me in the room. And she was waiting for me to come back the night she was killed.
Oh, well, that answers me. Now, this is for my own information and not police work. Are you here to get Meadows for your company or because of Louisa?
She was a lovely girl.
All right. He's a difficult man. Do what you can.
What?
Your turn, Dollar. You waited a long time for it. Make your play. Try to clear up what you have to for the insurance company. It'll be difficult after we've arrested him. Good luck.
Thanks.
Who is it?
Dollar.
Who?
Dollar. You know I'm still alive, Meadows. You know that girl was shot at the hotel room instead of me.
Are you crazy?
I stopped the man you had following me. His statement will put you in plenty of hot water. Now, are you coming down or shall I come in?
Come on in. We'll talk about it.
All right, I'm coming in. Okay. Meadows! Come on down. Meadows!
I told you. You should have known you wouldn't take me. I hit you, didn't I?
Just in the arm. You'll be all right.
Should have been your stomach.
You're cashing in, Meadows. How about it? A statement?
No.
Tell it, Meadows, how you fired the warehouse and about the girl who can't hurt you now.
I'll tell nothing.
Dollar, you all right?
Meadows.
You should have got you in.
All right, Dollar. Better have that arm taken care of.
Expense account item 16. $43 even. Medical fees and hospital charges. I don't suppose it could be called hewing to the niceties of jurisprudence since Meadows was dead. And he refused before dying to speak or write his confession, but there were 2 police carloads of witnesses who took the fact that he had opened fire as an acceptable admission of guilt. Same thing cleared me legally on the grounds of self-defense. I had hoped it would clear my mind, but it hasn't. Louisa Vedras is still there. I guess she always will be. Item 17, same as item 1. Plane fare back to the United States. Expense account total, $4,515. End of 5th day. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star, Gerald Moore, to tell you about next week's story.
Thanks. Monday night, the story of a ship, the Molly K. Destination, Davy Jones' locker. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced in Hollywood. Written by E. Jack Newman and Gil Dowd, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Heard in the cast were Lillian Bayef, Will Wright, Tony Barrett, Harry Bartell, and Ben Wright. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. George Wolfe speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, interesting performance by Moore. I thought that the first part was clearly the better performance, kind of a calmer, more tender performance when dealing with the woman and meeting her. It almost seemed like that when we got to the second half of the program, when he was getting tougher, it was almost just too intense. And, you know, as we see, we'll hear when we listen to Bob Bailey in the role, it really wasn't quite what they were going for. But an interesting performance. He went on to have a lot of great character roles and performances in television and in voice acting. But yours truly, Johnny Dollar, that job would fall to someone else. And we'll tell you a little bit about the Bob Bailey years as we begin to listen to them next week. So join us next Friday. You've asked for it for years. Now we're going to play it for you. Bob Bailey takes over as yours truly, Johnny Dollar, on Monday. We will bring you that. So join us next Monday for part 1 and part 2 of our first Johnny Dollar adventure with Bob Bailey. And then join us on Wednesday and Friday as well. Next Friday, we will also have a one-shot program because we're going to feature some 15-minute programs on Friday in addition to yours truly, Johnny Dollar. So in addition to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, we'll have a program for you called Policewoman. So a lot of fun ahead next week. Tomorrow, it's the lineup. In the meanwhile, send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. And I want to thank Roger for his support. And as we do with all donations of $7 or more, we'll send access to our premium site. I do want to let you know about the articles we have at greatdetectives.net this week. On Saturday, we will have a brief review of the Peter Ustinov Poirot movie, Dead Man's Folly. And on Sunday, we continue our countdown of radio's most essential people with number 6. Well, now it's time for today's episode of The Lineup, The Cigar Box Case.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of the police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Sit right here, Mrs. Denny, next to me.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, don't be nervous. The people on the other side of the screen are the ones who are supposed to be nervous.
They can't see us on this side?
Not a thing.
That's for sure now.
No one in the lineup can see you.
Maybe the man you've caught isn't the one I saw running away from the holdup.
We hope he is.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call up a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of the line, when I ask for questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of a suspect, have him held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you. Please be prompt with your questions or identifications. When the prisoners leave here, they are sent to the washroom and dressed back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right. This way, boys. Move it up to the end of the stage. That's it. Keep it moving. Move it. All right, now turn and face front. Hands to your sides. Look straight ahead. Ahead, Inch, not at your feet. Yes, you, number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, Frank Deal, armed robbery suspect. Where do you live, Frank?
Live? Who lives? I exist.
No beach. Just tell us where you live.
Got a one-room at the, what do you call it, Panel and Arms.
Gets too hot for you in Detroit, Frank?
Who's been in Detroit?
Who sold you the gun you were carrying without a license?
I wouldn't know. Some guy in Detroit. Self-defense is all, Sergeant. I never shut off that gun. That's a straight good.
Get your hands away from your face.
Just scratching.
Number 2, Boaz Drager, alias Bose Drager, alias Bose Agard. Suspected of armed holdup. Where do you live, Boaz?
Shack by the river. Shanty town, sort of.
Where were you last night, Boaz? We didn't find you home.
I was sitting up with a friend, sick friend.
Yeah, we got him, too. How'd he happen to have that slug in him?
These guys are always in bad.
We got it out of him.
What, the slug?
The story of the slug. You're in the clear on that anyhow.
Something out of place happened last night?
Where did you get all those names of yours? Boaz, Bose, Boss?
People are stupid. They can't pronounce. With the Dragger, Agard, I did that. Agard is Dragger. Backwards. See? I wasn't any place I didn't ought to be last night. What happened?
All right, Bose, all right. Number 3, George Inch, carrying concealed weapon. 5 years, state penitentiary for armed holdup and armed assault. Well, is it one stretching up, George?
My lawyer's coming down.
Your lawyer? Well, you've gotten class since we last talked to you.
See my lawyer.
What's your lawyer's name, George?
I got nothing to say. See my lawyer. I'm a citizen.
Bibsy the Mouth, isn't it? Isn't he your lawyer?
I went to a good college.
Yeah, for years. Number 4, Willard or Will Willard. Hold-up suspect, disorderly conduct, assaulting an officer, resisting arrest. Well, where do you work, Will?
Hill and Ninth, car park.
Quite a celebration in your hotel last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was somebody's birthday.
The landlady said some shooting was going on.
Oh, just a noisy party. Nobody got hurt.
Why did you try to beat up the patrolman who arrested
Sergeant Graham.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Number 4, hold for interrogation. Sit down, Miss Denny. That chair for Mrs. Denny, Sergeant.
Yeah. We won't keep you much longer.
There you are.
Thank you.
Now, before we question the prisoner, we want to make the identification as strong as possible, Mrs. Denny.
Oh, he's the man, all right.
You sure?
Well, pretty sure.
It was rather late at night, wasn't it? 11 p.m.? How did you happen to be parked outside the drugstore?
I was parked across the street. I'd mailed a letter at the corner mailbox, and when I got home, I remembered I'd forgotten to put a stamp on it. It had to go out last night.
Oh, you were waiting for the mailman to make his pickup then?
Yes, sir. I was waiting to see if I could get the letter back to put a stamp on it.
You saw this wiry little man go into Horn's drugstore?
Yes, Sergeant. Then I saw him come running out and run down the street.
Well, did he have anything in his hand? Carry anything at all?
You mean a gun?
Anything.
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember him. It's light near the store windows, and it was that little fellow you had on the stage today.
The lineup is what we call it.
I'm almost sure it was him. I made a point remembering him.
Why, Mrs. Denny?
Mrs. Denny, there have been descriptions of the cigar box bandit in the papers, how he operates, what he looks like. You must be careful not to let those descriptions influence.
No.
Well, it's possible for a witness
to... No. That was the man I saw run out of the drugstore. I'm not saying I saw a gun or the cigar box, but I saw that man.
Did he have a cigar box under his arm?
I didn't know that.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah?
I got the prisoner out here when you want him, Lieutenant.
Good, I'll call you.
Can I go? I better go.
Take that other door, Mrs. Denny.
I'll show you, Mrs. Denny.
It says my husband keeps on worrying
Well,
about
now, you tell him not to. There won't be any trouble, and you've been a fine help. Goodbye.
Well, I just... Goodbye.
I think she knows what she saw, all right. But the suspect hasn't got a record. Pretty cold, Ben.
I've been through their modus operandi files.
Nothing?
Paper bag robbers, Mutton Jeff robbers, put it in the hat robbers. But nobody who shoved a cigar box at the victim and told him to fill it up.
Well, it's the same general family.
No cigar box, huh?
Yes, sir?
Bring him in, Quine.
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope this is our guy, Matt.
I wish he had a record. He's pretty cold, Ben.
Here he is, Lieutenant. Thanks, Quine. Stick around. All right. Have a chair, Will.
Yeah, thanks, sure.
Cigarette?
What kind you got? No, that ain't my brand. Sorry. Well, what's the occasion, boys?
Oh, we just want to ask you a few questions. What were you doing about 9:15 last night, Will?
That's all you want to know?
A couple of other things.
9 o'clock last night.
Where were you then?
You said 9:15 the first time.
Between 9 and 9:30.
Well, the stick-up was later than that.
How did you know that, Will?
The other man in my cell says I look just like the cigar box bandit. He said the guy stuck up another drugstore around 11 o'clock last night. That makes about 30, don't it?
37.
Very good.
All right, then where were you around 11 last night?
Well, I wasn't parking cars. That is, just my own, that is. I had a date with my girl.
Are you off every Saturday night, Will?
Oh, I'm off every Saturday night sometimes.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, some months here every Saturday night and some months not. That's a bollocked up schedule. Changing help all the time, all the time. You're on, you're off. You're on, you're off. You never know one day to the next if you're on duty or not.
When did you get back to your flat last night?
Oh, I see. I don't know. Right. Around 2 a.m., picked up some friends and their dates, and we had a little party.
What about the gunplay in your hotel room last night, Will?
Oh, you know that landlady, oh, boy, she's a case. Honest, she's a mental case.
Because she objects to shootings?
Who got shot? There wasn't even a gun around.
So, you don't smoke cigarettes, eh?
Well, I don't smoke your brand. But what I don't smoke is cigars.
Any kid can get an empty cigar box. He doesn't have to smoke it empty.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you my girl's number. You call her. You ask her where I was last night during the holdup. That a deal?
Check that, man.
Right. Susquehanna 425-aught. Hey, Sergeant, you married? Well, this girl of mine, she's dynamite. Dynamite.
Yeah, we'll put a man from the bomb squad on it.
Oh, that's very good.
How long you lived here, Will?
Well, born and raised here. Went to Packard grade school, Stupid Junior High, Maxwell Fisher Senior High. I did a year in Spooner Business College. You can check it.
Parked with your girl around 11 last night, huh?
Yeah, just about.
Where?
Observatory Hill. You can ask her. Ruth Hurley, that's the name. Susquehanna 425-aught. Say, think our names will be in the papers?
This is only an interrogation.
Oh, we don't mind. The name is Willard. That's sort of an interesting name, ain't it, to spike a story with? Willard?
This is just a routine questioning. No news value at all.
Well, now, wait a minute. Sure, some paper can get something good out of that, you know. False alarm. Kid the public.
You've been identified as the man who held up Horn's drugstore late last night.
Oh, golly, that's silly. By Horn himself?
No.
Then it's just silly.
The robber was seen to run out of the store and around the corner.
Did he see the car, the witness?
Who said there was a car?
Now, wait a minute. Would you stick up a place without a car?
In that neighborhood, a man on foot could disappear into the night better than a man who's driving.
There has been a car and other cigar box stick-ups.
Yeah? What kind?
You tell us.
Sergeant. He's kidding. Oh, the sergeant. He's kidding.
Lieutenant Guthrie. Yeah? Uh-huh. Thanks. Captain Waldo.
Yeah?
The Galen Ethical Pharmacy on Quincy Avenue was held up 5 minutes ago by the cigar box bandit. High prices are more than just a nuisance. They can wreck our economy and seriously injure every one of us. Yet with goods going into defense and with more money in our pockets to spend, the cost of living won't stay down unless we do something about it. All of us. We've got to work better, buy only what we need, watch the prices we pay, keep from asking too much for the goods or the work we sell. Inflation can be licked if we are all good neighbors.
That that guy's a fake. He's a dirty, low-down fake.
Who's a fake? The bandit?
What do you mean, a bandit? I'm the bandit. I originated the cigar box idea. I stuck up all those other drugstores. I've been cleaning up, and nobody can lay a finger on me. So where does this phony come in?
If this is a confession, we'd better get the stenographer in.
I'm not confessing anything. I'm telling you that this other guy is strictly a phony. And I'll go before any guy I ever stuck up and have him identify me as the one and only genuine cigar store bandit. And that's an offer.
Well, what do we do, Ben?
Klein, you show Mr. Willard back to his cell. Come on.
Thanks, Lieutenant. A low-down crust of that crumb, that bum. What do you think of that? Some guy says he's a cigar store bandit. Hey, what do you say your name is?
Wine.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Well,
Crank.
real psycho.
Woods are full of them. Had to happen. Cases like this pull 'em.
Yeah, but Mrs. Denny identified him. Of course, she could make a mistake.
Yes, she could, Matt. Turn him loose.
Yes, Lieutenant, he took a shot at me, all right. He hit me right here in the chest. He smashed my hearing aid device. Lucky I got a spare one. Oh, he smashed it all to bits.
Oh, you were lucky, Doc.
Where were you standing when the bandit came in?
Well, I was right here. I was counting up after a hard day in the store, trying to concentrate on filling prescriptions and doing business and listening all the time. It's a relief to close up. I turn off my hearing aid and count up. Oh, my, it's a wonderful relief. Silence. You know, I wouldn't like to have all my hearing back.
And then the bandit came in?
I didn't hear him. I saw him and opened the door. First thing I know, he's pushing this little pistol into my chest and saying something. Well, naturally, I held up my hand.
Naturally.
Well, gentlemen, he gets positively red in the face. And I know he's screaming something at me, so I put down one hand and I reach under my coat to turn up my hearing aid.
Uh-oh.
Well, he whirls around. He stops at the door with the nastiest look on his face. And he fires once, and then he runs out.
What kind of a gun was
Well,
it?
it's a very small gun, 22 or 20. My boy shoots a bit. He has a 22.
25, we think, from the slug. Ballistics has it.
It doesn't tally again, Ben. It's a different gun from the last time.
Maybe he's got a lot of guns.
Oh, it's just a little gun. Oh, luckily it was.
Well, how did the man look?
Oh, he was small, wiry, dark eyes. Oh, and he kept looking around. Brown tweed coat, brown hat. I was pretty excited, of course.
That's our boy.
Dirty cigar box?
He never got to shove it at me, but he had it under his arm, all right.
That's him, Ben. That's our boy. What does Captain Waldo want, Ben?
There's something new on the cigar box, bandit.
Number 39?
Incidental intelligence. Something stirring. I figure it's trouble because we haven't caught anybody.
The Alumni Association wants victories or the coach has got to go.
Hello, Ben. Matt.
Hello, Bill.
Sit down, boys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Captain.
You know Gilbert Fromson, druggist, corner of 79th and Grant? Been there 40 years. He's a very big man in his business. He's demanding protection for druggists. He's getting embarrassed.
I know the man. Eye for headlines.
And now he's got the eye on a seat on the council. He's making a nice little local issue out of the cigar box bandit. He's chairman of the County Merchants Association, and he's jumping with indignation.
But, Captain, isn't he the man who flooded Grant Avenue when it was left unpaved after some cable installation and stocked the mud hole with fish? Had small kids fishing in the middle of the city?
Mm-hmm. That's Fromson.
They find him a good one for that, as I recall.
And they also paved the street. I think Fromson wants us to catch the cigar box bandit.
We can't put a policeman in every back room in every drugstore in town every night.
Fromson just wants us to catch the man. See if he can soothe the fevered brow. He's expecting you, boy, so calm him down, will you?
Mr. Fromson?
Sorry, I don't see salesmen on Wednesday.
I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb, police headquarters.
Yes. Captain Waldo said I could expect you.
We'd like you to know and to pass on to your association that we're putting forth every effort to catch the cigar box bandit.
Well, it's a shame and an outrage, gentlemen. A shame and an outrage.
We've been assigning
I'm
details.
the chairman of the County Merchants Association, of which there are 1,100 active members. And we're up in arms about this shame and outrage.
We understand how you feel.
1,100 members, professional men, family men. There's lots of citizens, mind you, citizens. They're furious. What's being done about it? I ask you, what is being done about it?
Policemen are being stationed.
Policemen?
We're putting every officer we can spare into the back rooms of drugstores, Mr. Fromson.
Well, I'm a drugstore. What about my back room? Just for example.
That's our assignment, Mr. Fromson. Sergeant Greb and I intend to spend every night this week in your prescription room, starting right now.
Is that so? The brass, huh? Well, I'm flattered, Lieutenant.
Now, if you'll show us your back room and the peepholes, we'll go to work.
There. 37 prescriptions tonight. Hard night.
Now I know why druggists go to college.
I hope we haven't been in your way back here.
Oh, not a bit. I'm grateful to you, gentlemen. But, as the fellow said during the war, defense won't win the war. You might wait until doomsday to get the cigar box bandit and never catch him. He's got the initiative, and that's bad.
Well, he's new to us. We're learning his methods. When we know a little more, we hope to go on the offensive.
I hope so. Excuse me. Thompson's Prescription Pharmacy. 1 minute. For you, Lieutenant.
Thanks. Lieutenant Guthrie speaking. Yeah? Yeah. Well, that was fast. Captain Waldo, wanting to know what we're doing here when the drugstore in the next corner's just been stuck up by the cigar box bandit. We are making progress, Bill. In spite of our failure to lay our hands on cigar box, I insist that we're making progress.
Then why aren't you captain and me chief of police?
Bill, we've told you. We've had to wait and watch and study. But there's a very definite pattern emerging from this cigar box picture. Right, Matt?
Well, yes, there are some puzzling features, all right. Like no agreement on the gun he uses. It's been a revolver, a 22 Colt Woodsman, a 25. In general, Captain, the description of the bandit tallies, so there must be something funny about the gun.
Nothing funny. Man owns a small arsenal.
How do we get him? That's all that concerns us. Get him.
Well, we can't spare enough police to give every drugstore protection. He's smart enough to case any job he's going to pull, so he probably knows the stores that are being protected any given night.
Then stop wasting time on patrolmen and plainclothesmen, Bill.
I don't think we're wasting them, Bill. We've learned several things about our man, and he doesn't strike at random.
And it's never open prescription rooms. It's always drugstores with backroom prescription departments. So we can herd the helping back out of sight of the street.
By covering certain areas, we've confined the bandit to certain other areas. Now, if on some particular night we went all out and really detailed all areas, we might have a chance. I'd need a lot of men for 2 or 3 nights. Say, 100 men.
1 night, 25 men.
Less than 2 nights is useless. I'll settle for 75 men. Or 60 men.
For 1 night.
2 nights.
Impossible.
50 men, 2 nights.
35, top figure.
2 nights.
1 night.
Useless.
All right. 2 nights, 25 men.
30 men.
But that's all.
30 men, plus Matt and me.
Including you and Matt. But if detailing the stores hasn't worked so far, it isn't going to work.
It might now.
We've got something worked out, Captain.
The bandit knows which stores are guarded. We're going to help him know which stores these are. Be very open about it in some cases, and as cagey as possible in others, within the same small neighborhood.
Just so you get him before his arteries do.
Thanks, Bill. Let's go, man.
Right.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah, Bill?
30 men plus you.
Thanks, Captain.
What's that you're mixing up now?
Tincture of hyophilus, potassium citrate, and elixir of lactated pips. Now you know as much as I do.
How long does it take someone to learn to be a lady pharmacist?
As long as it takes to learn to be a gentleman pharmacist.
4 years? 5?
How long does it take for an entire police force to catch one fresh little hold-up man?
Oh, we'll get him.
I don't see how. You have to be an idiot to try to hold me up tonight after the way you've been showing yourself in front all evening. Anybody can tell you're a cop.
How?
I can tell.
How? Don't answer that.
Well, you're not going to catch anything back here.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Now, we had a protest vote at our last meeting.
Huh?
Village pharmacy. Oh, one moment, please. For you, Sergeant Greb.
Thanks. Hello? Oh, hello, Ben. Oh? Uh-huh. Be right there.
No, I'm not nervous, Lieutenant. Not too nervous to cooperate. That is, I don't think.
No, good. Now, look, if that suspicious person your customer said is watching the place is our man, we may see some action.
Well, just tell me what to do.
All right? If he comes in, you go out and wait on him. Be as natural as possible.
I see.
I'll be in here. Sergeant Greb will be across the street watching, and he'll close in when it's time. The moment I come out of the prescription room, you drop. You understand, Mr. Cheney?
Drop.
Just collapse on the floor and you'll be all right. Yeah. All right, go on out.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Say, what do you got for a toothache, Doc?
Well, there's a small cavity and a large one.
Well, it's just a toothache. I don't know.
Well, I can give you some oil of clove.
All right, and you can put it right in this box.
Well, I don't understand.
This is a stake up. Now keep your hands down.
All right.
Open the register. Come on, open it up.
Well,
Come on.
all
Go
right.
ahead and punch it.
It's all right. Yes.
In the stuff, in the box. Put it in the box. Come on.
Well, I'm hurrying.
And the bills, too.
It's all right. That's all. It's been a very slow day.
Get in back now. Get in the back room and lie on the floor. Hit it.
Drop, Cheney.
Tough. Lousy tough.
Stop or I'll drop you. Stop.
Sure, I'll stop. Sure.
Stay low, Cheney.
Yeah, stay low. Stay low, the both of you. Who's going to shoot who, copper? Say it again, huh? Who's shooting who? This is a pretty good little soda fountain. Don't you think so, copper?
Look out, Matt. He's behind the soda fountain. Did you get him, Matt?
Yeah, in the side. He knocked him out. He's all right.
Get down, Matt. Came from outside.
Yeah.
There, behind the mailbox.
He's down, Ben. I'll go take a look.
Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy.
He's dead, Ben.
That was Will Willard. Here's his gun. A Colt Woodsman.
That's the answer, Matt. There were two of them.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Two of us, copper. But we had you cops guessing, didn't we?
Brothers?
Yeah, sure. Twins.
No wonder they look alike, Ben.
Sure. He'd do a job, I'd do a job. He'd do a job, I'd do a job. He'd work, I'd watch. I'd work, he'd watch, you know?
We know now.
Your brother's the one we hadn't let go.
Yeah, we figured it out. Whoever you caught, he'd stall around till the other one pulled a job. Then the caught one, he'd confess. Pull a crank act at me, confess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think maybe that was a smart gag, huh? That was nothing. Willie had better ones, you know?
Yeah, well, tell us in the prowl car.
Willie was a smart boy, you know?
Yeah. That's why he's so dead now, because he was smart.
You know?
The lineup, where before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you the lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room. May I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, then name and charge. If you have any questions or identification, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of the line, when I ask for questions,
starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie and Wally Mayer as Sergeant Matt Grebb, was written by Milton Geiger with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Peggy Weber, Dave Young, Ed Begley, Walter Catlett, Howard McNair, and John McIntyre. The lineup is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. An hour of new music and an hour of dramatic highlights of the news. They're yours on most of these same CBS stations every Friday night. Jan Murray is on hand with his new songwriters and their songs for sale. Edward R. Murrow is here with the voices of the people who've made news in the past 7 days, all appearing on Hear It Now. Listen to Songs for Sale and Hear It Now. Speaking. This is CBS, where the Jack Smith, Dinah Shore, Margaret Whiting Show is heard every weekday evening, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, they've got a lot of this slice of life stuff that Dragnet did so well down. I loved him negotiating with his commanding officer, and I also love the loudmouthed druggist who would not actually listen. So I think good on that point. The whole plot of the story reminded me of a 1960s Dragnet episode, though in that case, the perpetrators turned out not to be twins, but just lookalikes. But overall, a pretty good, solidly put together episode. Well, we do turn now to listener comments and feedback, and we got some positive comments on our X-1 podcast that we did for our 900th episode. Marjik writes in, I listened to the X-1 episode last night, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was actually sad when it was over, and now I'm on a quest to find more. I've been listening to your podcast for a while now, and I'm a big fan. My favorites are Johnny Dollar, love the itemized expenses, and Sherlock Holmes, enjoy especially the friendship between Holmes and Watson. Keep up the great work, from Marjik, a Canadian fan. And then Val writes in, I just wanted to write to say how much I enjoyed this episode. I love the mashup of sci-fi and OTR detectives. Well, thanks so much, Marjorie. We don't have a ton of those. I think we have one other one, so I will save it for another episode, for another time, probably in another few hundred episodes. But I definitely like the mix. It's like taking two of my favorite things and mixing it together. Then we have this comment from Bob, who says, Dear Adam, just a quick note to let you know how much I enjoy your iPhone app, and the bonus extras. I listen every day. Your excellent introductions and in-depth commentary add icing to the cake. I'm a real fan from Bob. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate all your comments and support. That will actually do it for this week. Join us back here on Monday for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And this weekend, we're going to give you an episode of On the Law, that great George Raft series over television. And join us back here next Saturday for another episode of The Lineup. In the meanwhile, send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and be sure and take our listener survey, survey.greatdetectives.net. But from Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.